Boom! We're back. Saint LFCTV with your boy Saint, and I'm in here with Baggerman, innit? You know what time it is. Oh, you know what? Let me just firstly, it's been going off in the background. You know, them ones that I haven't even had time to pattern it up like that. You know, like that. All right, so.
But the last thing I heard was, "Oi, Romz, give me the ting." I'm thinking, all right, bruv. Is that what it is? Yeah, okay.
We set them up. We set them up nicely. You know that. Load you in like, nah. Come on. We're nice scousers over here. You know, like that. But yeah, man, we got a couple of debutantes. It's gonna go off. You know, like that. Please, boy, you know, like that. Like my guy Ishmael inside. Shout out my guy Ish in the Ish. There just wasn't enough, man. Like it was just gonna be. It's just gonna be too. We're gonna bombard them, but shout out Ish in it, please.
Fine, man.
Slap a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new. That will help the channel. It would help me out a lot. I'm much appreciated. We got some debutantes on the channel. We got a big debutante because not only is she the first City fan on the channel, she's the first female on the channel. You know, like that. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the ops. Yeah. Boop. So shout out, big Yan City and that. You know, she's always talking Grease, sarcasm City and holding it down on Twitter now. Well, go on, Yan. What are you telling me? What's good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you for making an appearance. I'm good, man. You know me, man. We have a good relationship. We don't really chat. It might turn today because it's a bit heavy. Like,
did you hear what you just said?
Line, like.
We have a good relationship. We don't really talk.
No, we don't really chat.
That is the type of relationship I fuck with.
Yeah, bro, that's a good relationship. You know that? Yes. Say nothing, innit? Like, you know you know what I mean? What's said don't need to be, you know what I mean? What's understood don't need to be said in that. My guy, that's what you telling me, bro. I know it's gonna get a bit peak in here, but what are you telling me? What's good?
Peak for who?
Bro, I don't know, bro. We have to see it. Well, I've been watching you working, and I know this is like the 6th Maggie you're on, so it's going to get techie.
You know what? The funny thing is, sometimes in the comments, people as well are like, like if I was to drink half a glass of red wine, I'd be smashed, because I don't drink red wine. But when you drink stuff, it's live.
That yeah. That no, I know for real. Big up Jamie Phillips in the chat, man.
Yes, Jamie.
All right. So, gang. You know what I'm saying? The regulars and that. Never walk alone and that. Well, go on, Romz. What are you telling them?
Bro, I've been looking forward to this for weeks. I'm just ready to chop it up. Man. Big up everyone inside as well.
So what are you looking forward to, though? Are you looking forward to this right now or Sunday?
Both. Because this right now, because it's just corns are going everywhere. And Sunday, because we're going to get the W. But we'll get into it.
Now, let's just get it cracking. The thing is, right...
Pick up my guy Northside.
I love Daps'
Northside, my brother. The thing is, for me, like you lot should be doing a countdown until, like you lot have been celebrating the league from second for a minute, right?
Whoa, wait. Let me pause you. Daps, wait, you're going off, and I ain't even finished the introductions, brother. Relax. What's going on? Like, I can't hold them back. You know these man there, just on our necks, bro. You know, like that. I'm coming back to you, Daps. Just hold that. Ryan, talk to me. What are you telling me, bro? Come on.
Bro, I'm good, man. Cheers for having me on. I'm nervous, man, for Sunday, you know. I'm nervous, bro, legit. Like you said to me earlier on, you come on my watch along on Sunday, bro. I'm gonna be stressed out. Honestly, I don't even do watch along.
Oh my god, Ryan, legit. Remember the last watch along we did for Liverpool City? That was
the best
watch along ever.
It didn't go well. Yeah, it didn't go
well. It was so good. That was my favourite stream I've ever done. That I can't lie.
All right, relax.
Not my fault. Allison was playing for City. It was great, man.
He was the 4-1 in it
as well, my guy. Big up. All right, so go on, Daps. Go on.
Now you know what it is, So let me be 100. It's been really good over the last couple of days doing the Liverpool shows, because while I've been doing this YouTube thing, you kind of get used to the fact that there's channels you go on that are toxic as shit, right? And like there's some that are violent, so I don't mind that. There's some that are genuinely toxic, and like me and the Liverpool fan base, although it's got pretty violent. Like my DMs blow up off of Liverpool fans that I don't know. Like, you know, where it comes in and it says request from, you have to accept it, and just talking absolute smack to me. Like,
you know why that is, though, You know
No,
what
some
that
are
is,
just weird because they're weirdos, probably.
not well. I can't speak for everyone. Obviously, there's
No,
weirdos
because
in every
genuinely,
fan base.
actual Liverpool fans aren't. It's the weirdos online. It's not the
You
genuine
know when
fans
like
aren't that.
it's just because
Weirdos.
we're the guys, yeah. That,
Debatable.
like we were okay. We're just normal guys, and we stuck to our craft. We went to the gym every day, and we got henno, you know, like that. We got real nice, ripped, and we did the work. Do you know them ones there? And then we looked to the left of us, and we saw this Drago looking motherfucker like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mad, you see the stats that came- Bro,
This
it's mad.
this beast, like that's just
Well,
an
that's
absolute.
a myth.
Like, that's why
That's the
you've
myth.
got all
That's
these.
a myth. That's a myth. But I mean, some stats that came out today suggest otherwise, to be honest. But the thing is, so what I was going to say is, but it's been really nice doing the shows over the last couple of days with Liverpool fans because they've been mad respectful. And deep down, if we deep it, that is how it should be because we're two of the best teams in the world, if not the two best teams in the world. Yeah,
The
and like,
two best teams in Europe, man, without doubt.
potentially. And when you look at the probably you could go back last 6, 7, 8 games between us, yeah. There's been 1-1 draws, but there've been 6 games of football, right? Because we are the
Big
two
up,
best
yeah.
teams. And so you know what? I very quickly gauged what's going on these streams and thought this is what I like because I don't have to be. I match energy with energy, so it's like you know what? I can be relaxed and generally I can respect Trent. I can respect all these men because they're being respectful. But I knew it wasn't that tonight, so it's fine. If it's not that, then I can tell you that you, man, have been celebrating first place from second since January, yeah, which is mad, right?
Can I,
You're the
that's
big
fine to
club.
be-
Hold on. You're the big club, right? But you're getting gassed about being like second in February. We're the little club, and all I'm saying is
You're
you should
the
be doing a
what?
countdown. We're the
You're
little club,
the what?
oh, you tell us all the
I
time. You
can't-
tell us about our fans. You tell us about our fans. You tell us.
Yeah, no,
tell us.
you are inherently because you man took the roids, innit? That's what I'm saying. We went to the gym and we actually did the work. You man,
I'll send you something afterwards
you
on
man-
that, but yeah.
we were done that. Boom, wham, whammo. I said, what's going on? So that's why you lot are lit. That's why you lot are finding it
I
hard
know what
to
Daps
fill
is
up
planning to
stadiums and
send,
that.
to be honest. I've seen it on
What?
Twitter.
Daps, you
It's
got. I
interesting,
want to ask you a
but
question.
what all I'm
I just
saying
want to ask
is,
a question.
you
Wait,
hold on.
off
You've
the
got
back
3.
of-
Let me just finish. You've got 3 days, yeah, to talk about the Premier League. Because after 3 days, yeah, you man are going to go back to talking about the Champions League, and you're going to stop talking about the Premier
something
League.
that you
No
lot
way.
wish you had, and
Ah,
that
there we go.
just
There we
Nah,
go.
nah,
See?
we just boy.
don't come on that energy. Don't do that.
Come on.
You know
No,
what
but
it's that, yeah?
that's his energy is
I'm
mad.
trying to be nice.
I'm
Do you
a
know what I mean?
I'm a mirror. Like I'm just reciprocating the energy that's coming on to man. You know, like that. I can't. I'm no mug. Like all it is, I'm just saying. And I want to ask you, yeah. You're talking about us celebrating first and second. I hear all of that. Cool. We're not, but cool. Is this the biggest capitulation from 14 points?
Oh my god.
14 points.
Oh
I'm just
my god.
asking.
Right.
Go on.
Nah,
I'm
go on.
asking.
You
It-
can't
that's-
say
It's not.
that.
It's-
I
let's
just
be
want to
honest,
know.
it's
I
not.
just want to know if you're good at maths in it, right? Okay,
It's
so
tap
what
that
is
in.
14?
I know we
minus
had a couple.
7?
We had a
What's
couple. We had a
14
couple.
minus
Wait. But can I
I'm
just
just
before I
confused.
answer that?
What's
Before
14
I
minus
answer that.
7?
Before I answer that. Wait. Before I
Yeah.
answer that.
Go on.
Yes, we had a couple of games in hand.
But there's no
all I
guarantee.
hear.
There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee, 100%. But to say we had a 14-point gap, that implies that we dropped 14 points when
Hold
we
on.
only dropped half of that. So
Hold
that's
on.
what I'm saying. When you say that, it's fair enough. It's kind of like last season, we were in something like 8th because we had like 3 games in hand
Yeah.
or something daft. We then went and obviously went top of the league and then won the league. But I wouldn't say, we went from 8th to 1st to win the league because it's not a true reflection because everyone knew Man City were not going to be 8th or whatever it was after our games in hand. Do you know what I mean?
You know what it was though? It's because I remember this perfectly, this whole 14-point thing, because I remember it was just after they beat Chelsea when De Bruyne scored. I was out with these two that night in it below me, yeah. We were talking about it. And I remember saying that if we were playing Brentford the next day at Anfield, innit? And I was saying that if we fuck up that game, we're out of it. But it was actually, I remember, 14 points after that City beat Chelsea we had 2 games in hand. So if we won our 2 games in hand, it would be 8 points. So like,
You know what? But 8 points is still a thing. But just to touch on it, yeah. Like, I get games in hand aren't guaranteed points. If we're talking about Arsenal, if we're talking about a lot of people,
Yeah,
but
you'd expect
listen,
Liverpool.
but listen, we've all had the conversations that City and Liverpool are the two teams that go on 18 game
Fair enough.
runs, yeah.
Fair enough.
And that it was your games in hand were Norwich at home and Leeds at home. Come
Leeds,
on,
yeah.
man. But you know what? So do the 8-point thing, because then you can say it with chess. The 14 points just
Okay,
that's
Yeah,
Twitter.
you know what I mean? It's
to
a
be
bit-
very honest with you, yeah, it's relative because the club that you are and that you've become, 8 points is to what a normal to what is to normal clubs
Yeah.
14.
Yeah,
You know what I
it is.
mean?
But
Because
would you?
you man are that
And you can say that with chess,
You know
though.
what it
You
is,
can
But
say
would
that
you
with
call
chess,
it a
and we
know
collapse
what
can
it
from
is?
put on it.
City? Because it's not a collapse. Because let's be honest, yeah, City haven't even fucked up that much. I think it's more we've just been brilliant. We just won every single game since then. So I think it's
We
more.
have a bit, though. We have a bit.
You have a little bit, but it's not been a
We
massive
have a
collapse. You've dropped points in like 3 games, whereas we've won every single game since
But
like early
do you know what I
January.
think?
This is what I've been saying the whole time. Like me and Ryan have spoke about this the whole season. We've been like talking pretty much every day the whole season. I've been saying like, the end of the day, if someone said to me in October after that Crystal Palace 2-0, right, you're gonna draw 2 and lose 1 from now until April, I would have taken that all day long. I would have been like, yeah, that's fine. Like to actually draw 2 and lose 1 from October to April is insane. And this is what people talk about, the level that Pep and Klopp have set.
Yeah.
That we're getting called bottle jobs for drawing 2 and losing 1 game between October to April. It is crazy. And the thing is, I've said the whole season, and I say this all the time, if Liverpool go 18 games, if they go on an 18-game win streak, they fully deserve the title.
Amen.
There's nothing that City can say they bottled it, they did this. You can say what you want, but any team that wins 18 games in a row deserves to win the league. And if you do that, for sure you'll win the league. So it's one of them things. I think we'll both drop points from now to the end of the season. I don't think any of us will win all of our games. But I think it's just when you look at it like that, the consistency of Liverpool to win 80, that's almost half of your, that's 50% of your game pretty much.
That's outrageous.
But
Considering that last season, we had a 6-game losing streak. We didn't win.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Last season we had a run where we lost like 6 league games in 7 and won like 3 and 14 league games. Like it was so stupid that middle of the season.
To go from that to then go to like a possible 18, like you say, yeah, it would be undeniable.
But that's the thing, that's why I don't like, I get what people are saying in terms of City have bottled it and stuff like that. I get that, but I just feel like if a team wins 80, I get where the argument will come from, but I think at the same time, if someone's winning almost 50% of their games in a row at the end of the season, unless you have an 100% win rate, you're not, you'd have to go 19 games unbeaten, 19 games in a row. Which is no one's ever done that. I think 18 is the record. And I think that
you know what, really, whenever I hear about these runs that our two teams are going on, it makes me think, how did people put Chelsea in the title race this season?
I'm not gonna. I was guilty.
You know what? I was as well.
I was guilty.
I wasn't. I knew. There was one time. I knew from early, but there was one time when I said to my brethren, because he didn't even. I was like, bro, we might have to start taking these men a bit seriously because they're not doing what I thought they were going to do.
I was like, nah.
And then they started, and I said, oh, nah.
Bruv, you know what it is?
Let me go into some of the comments.
Chelsea's fan base, are the best at doing it. Right, honestly, their fan base.
That's Arsenal.
Arsenal are good. Chelsea, like honestly, they talk it up on some next level, and it gets in your head, and you're like, and
it's not just that. It's not just that because when Arsenal talk gas, you look at it and you're like, swear down, what Xhaka and Partey and them man there. All right, then cool. Yeah. But when these man gas it up, you look and you're like, oh yeah, what happens?
And that.
You're like, it's like looking at the price tags and that. You're like, oh.
And Tuchel would just beat Pep 3 times and won the Champions League. So
he's getting into finals for jokes. He's getting into finals for jokes. You're thinking, yeah, all right, you can believe the gas a little bit. All right, let me get into some of these comments quickly, and then we'll get into it. Shout out Hassan, Don, come on. Dapsilo, the monologues man. Okay, Mr. President, you're losing the Sunday. Big fan.
Oh, God.
Can we take advantage of City not having a proper striker? I do want to come back to that. Remind me.
Disadvantage to you lot. Disadvantage to you lot.
Remind me to come back to that. Innit? This man with 0 Champions League talking about small club, bro.
That's what he said this one.
What's good, Don?
No, I'm just saying, bro. Ishmael saying City holding licks, and I definitely believe that. All right, so can I just ask, yeah? You know, shout out Pablo, my guy, innit? You know, all of this City ain't got a striker, which you haven't. I get that, yeah. But people forget that we too don't have an out and out striker. We don't have an out and out number 9. Like, and people don't talk about this enough. Like, not to say that we've obviously had to just make do and reinvent players, and people forget because of the reinvention. Even now, like in about 2 months, people are going to be like, oh, but Mane's a striker. Do you know the ones there and forget where he's come from and that? Like, do you feel like, with that said, do you feel like more could have been done, or do people just give it up so easy for Pep and be like, but he hasn't got a number 9, and he hasn't got a number 9 because
that's what I
saying.
In this game right here, yeah, and this is, I always use this game as my example, as when we've been linked with Haaland, right? This is the game that I say, all right, if we get Haaland, someone needs to have a word with Haaland and tell him if he plays the way he usually plays, when we play Liverpool, he needs to be aware he's going to hold bench, yeah? Because for us to dominate the midfield, yeah, we need a false 9. We need De Bruyne in the middle, dropping back into midfield. Otherwise, we risk losing the midfield. So in certain games, it works. The difference is, though, in games like Palace, games like Southampton, we need Haaland. So
yeah, you need a striker in some games, definitely. I
But
think
this is what I'm
then
No, go on.
it's proven it more than because obviously we won the league last year, but we were kind of up against an unserious United, if we're being honest. And then in the other seasons, like, don't get me wrong, we've had Aguero. Like, people forget, even though he was injured, we always had Aguero. Like last season, we went away to Palace, and Aguero was the one that scored the first goal. I think Gabby got the second, but in a game like Palace, you need like an Aguero. You need them sort of
but
players.
Do you not think that, and I might be wrong, people might disagree with me, but that the logic you're using is the same logic that Chelsea used last season when they got Lukaku, in terms of, we create so many chances, but we don't have someone to finish it. Now, if we just get someone to finish it, and look how that's worked out for Chelsea. I'm not saying if you get Haaland,
it's true.
Yeah, but I'm not saying if you get Haaland that it's going to work out like that. I do think Haaland would work out, but it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't work out as you expected, because Pep's style of play, he needs everyone on his team to be so technically competent on the ball to get involved in build-up play. Haaland, don't get me wrong, Haaland's a much better technical football than Lukaku. Lukaku's just shit at the end of the day. But Haaland, I'm still yet to be convinced if he's technically at that level to fully fit into a Pep system. Sergio Aguero, like, he was technically very good anyway. He could get away with it. But even with him, there were times when Pep did drop him at the start as well.
Yeah, at the beginning.
So this whole City need a striker, I think...
If Haaland came in, though, Pep would probably adapt him. I actually think, and I've said this everywhere, everyone's heard me say it, João Felix, for me, is the perfect Pep player.
Yeah.
Like, if I could pick any player in the world to just drop in our team, it would be João Felix.
If you could pick the most scumbag manager to manage him, it would be Simeone in it. So prying him out of his shithousery hands is going to be hard.
Well, it's his contract. He's on like a death contract.
He's on some madness.
The buyout clause is absurd. The buyout clause is insane.
Yeah, no, it is. It's how much is it? It's well over 100 mil.
Well over 100.
In pound sterling, it's like 150 mil or something. Euros, it's about.
I think it's more than that. I think it's more. It's a lot. It's something that you wouldn't pay. It's definitely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with Haaland. Like, I get why people are saying we need him, but again, I go back to the Liverpool game when we played you in the first game this season. I swear, at half time, City fans were saying, or not City fans. We've got City fans like Jan, me, Steve. Then you've got Twitter City fans, and the Twitter City fans, right, were saying if we had Haaland,
90% of your fan base at the moment, no?
Sure,
If that's what you're celebrating, then cool, bro.
Yeah.
So they-
Where's
so
your
they-
I'm just saying you can't shit on the fan base yet, like like that.
I'm not shitting on them. We need them, but their views on certain things we don't need.
Yeah, I hear
but
what you're saying.
they were
I'm
saying,
It's interesting the conversations you have in the stadium as opposed to on Twitter.
So what?
Oh,
Very
Yeah,
different
of
So
course,
they
of
were
course,
saying,
of course.
if we had Haaland, we'd be 3 or 4 up, and I was like, why? They're like, well, because all the chances. I'm like, nah. If we had Haaland, we wouldn't be 3 or 4 up because we wouldn't get those chances because we wouldn't be dominating the midfield. We might be 2-0 down. Like it's football doesn't just mean if you replace a midfielder with a forward, you lose midfield. Like it's unless you.
Do you know what?
There's only for me 2 strikers, maybe 3 that could actually go into that City team and it not affect the midfield. That's Benzema, Harry Kane as well. Let's be honest, Harry Kane is so good on the ball.
Bro,
I know Jan ain't a big fan, but Harry Kane is just so good on the ball that he could fit into Pep's system at the end of the day.
Bro, what I want to talk about, because I don't want to spend time talking about people that could go and fit into their system. I don't care enough. What I care about is what you have now, and and like basically what could Pep do more? Because when he was utilizing people like Gundogan and them man there, people was like, yo, he was slapping it in. No one really had a problem. Now, this is, do you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying,
I get what you're saying.
Jan,
do you know what I would say?
Jan,
my whole
Jan,
thing.
Sorry,
Jan,
where are we?
Just
top of the league, yeah?
We're top.
Yeah,
right?
You know what, right? I'm getting it in while I can in it just in case. But like I was saying, the thing is though, I think with the whole do we need a striker, do we not? I think for me, Aguero needed replacing. I think you can't underestimate what he did. Even though he was injured a lot towards the end, he was still that guy that would come and win you a title. You do need that sort of 20 to 30 goal a season person in your squad. You've got Salah. You know what I mean?
Shout out Demo on this though. Shout out Demo on this. City no strikers, 70 goals. Do you see what I'm saying?
The thing is, we score loads of goals because we've got good players. We've got very good midfielders. The difference is for me, and this is what I always say, is when you are a midfielder, like somebody mentioned Gabby before, who's like a false 9. I don't even know what he is. I personally think he's better out on the wing, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
but it's one of them things like when, for me, a striker, how I know you're a striker is when you get in the box, your first instinct is to shoot. So whether you shoot or pass doesn't matter. You will be thinking in your head, can I shoot from here? If you can't, you're going to pass it. If you can, you're going to shoot. That's what a striker does. Yeah. When it's a midfielder, a false 9, whatever, you get into the box and they think, should I pass? Should I shoot? They don't really think about shooting first. They'll think, should I pass? And then sometimes they pass and it works and it's great. And then other times they'll pass and it just goes to no one. And I think with City, there's a lot of that in our squad. They get into positions where they should shoot. And because they're not a striker, their natural instinct is never to shoot. And I think that's where we've struggled because with Aguero is shooting. If he's in a position where he's close to the net, that he can bang the goal in, he's doing it. And we see that with Salah. And even though Salah is not a striker, he has that instinct.
Nah, Salah, let's be honest, Salah is a striker. Salah is a striker, essentially. But that's with Firmino. That's with Firmino for us over the years. That's the thing with Firmino. It's like when rival fans go, oh, but look at Firmino's a striker. He's supposed to be scoring more goals. It's like he's never been a striker. He was a number 10.
But this is why I say, yeah, it pisses me off when people were like just putting it all on a team that spends so much so much money on their team to be like, to put it on the one thing to be like, well, it's just because they haven't got a striker. And I was like, that's
the left back.
That's ridiculous. Do you know them ones?
You know what? And under Jesus, I expect your fan base to get Jesus. Yeah. So any of you, if you don't get Jesus, you've got a player that is like carbon copy of Jesus. Bobby.
Well, you think he's like Bobby?
Him and Bobby are very similar. Like it's what they do for the team. Like Jesus got for me, Jesus got left out against Atletico, and he often starts against you lot because of how intense with his pressing he is from the first minute of the game, and that's what we need against you. 60th minute, bring him off, put Mahrez on, but for the first 60 minutes, we have to be so on top of Liverpool and pressing, and that's what he does. Like, I get
All right,
that. The minute you
that's a
get that,
beau-
you can move past it.
That's a beautiful segue. That's a beautiful segue, right? I'm gonna start into possible lineups, right? And everyone's gonna have it different. So I'm not even gonna try and do like you lot try and combine. I actually ask you that. Start with your what lineup you'd like to see. So obviously, from what you said, you've given us an inkling in that you'd like to see Jesus in from the start. So go ahead.
All right, so and we're talking with the injuries we currently have, yeah, which is only one.
Yeah,
one relevant one, right? So,
is that just Diaz? Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. I mean, Cole Palmer, but he wouldn't start. So for me, it would be Walker, Stones, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Foden, De Bruyne, Jesus.
And you play Jesus
No,
as a lone
Sterling.
lone striker.
No. I'd play Foden on the left.
Yeah.
De Bruyne was a false nine.
So basically,
De Bruyne as a false nine. Right,
false nine.
okay.
Look. The thing is, right. Someone spoke about this game the other day. Liverpool, I believe your average chances you give other teams is 2, right? Which is fucking good.
Yeah.
So say it's 3, right? Based on when we have Foden or Grealish through the middle, we need more chances than that, yeah, because they don't take all their chances. The thing with De Bruyne, especially in big games, yeah, is he's more clinical. Gundogan is more clinical. Gundogan and De Bruyne are probably 2 of our most clinical players. So we need them. But also, they know how to play the midfield role. So when it's time to slot back into the midfield and play the retention, that's what De Bruyne can bring. So for me, it has to. But not Sterling. Sterling, look, there's fans in the ground. Sterling don't need to play Liverpool.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah,
Would you agree? Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that lineup, Jan?
Did you put Foden in there? Is he on the wing?
Foden left.
Yeah,
Foden
he's
left.
on the left wing.
Definitely. I think Foden's first on the team sheet for me.
Foden's a little shit.
He always turns up against us.
Yeah.
I know.
Honestly.
Slapped against us
You
in
and United,
Anfield, man.
You and United, anyone would think he's from Manchester.
Yeah.
What? All right. So
No, I'd agree with that. I think what we've said a lot of this season is City, when we were in our best spell this season, we were playing Bernardo in the midfield. But the thing is, when he plays Kevin and Ilkay,
so no Silva. Oh yeah.
No,
Silva's
Silva's in there, but he's in the midfield.
He's in the midfield, so him and Gundogan.
When Pep
KDB
put him on
false
the
9,
wing
they're saying.
and was putting De Bruyne and Gundogan in the middle, it wasn't working. So now that's why he's saying De Bruyne has got to be false 9, because he is our most clinical player. I'd say Foden is up there as well.
Yeah.
But they're our most clinical players. They've got to be up front. Do you know what I mean? So I would agree with him completely.
Before I start on the lads and their lineup, let's go to Ravi's question for you lot. How do you think, because obviously with whatever they pick, we've got a very potent 5, so that's why I just thought I'll ask the question before I pick on what we all think. But how do you think you're going to cope with our attack? And do you think, like, I mean, obviously without Diaz, who for you would be your kind of Virgil, in it, he's the rock. And I know Ake's been good, and you obviously said Stones and Laporte will be in there. But do you think it'll be enough? Are you worried, or you know what I mean? Is there any?
Liverpool, we should be worried.
We'll see what happens in it.
Yeah, say no.
The thing is, you know what? The Stones and Laporte. The Stones and Laporte thing, proper has worked this season against teams that sit back. Yeah, because they're both ball players. Yeah, so. But the problem is, and you know what, Steve's pointed it out on a couple of streams this week, yeah, and I thought, yeah, you're right. Trent's balls from deep, right, into the box, yeah, that's the type of angle that Laporte does stupid things on. Like, he'll just he'll be like, should I head it, should I not? And then end up pulling the player down or something. And that worries me, that does. Whereas Diaz would just put it out, head it out or something like that.
I can't lie, yeah. I actually love John Stones, you know.
He's good, you
I
know.
think John Stones is cold. I think Laporte's
underrated.
I can't lie, I think Laporte's suspect in it. I think Laporte's mad
Laporte
suspect.
is the one who has the mistakes in him.
John
now,
Stones is
used to be Stones, now it's
underrated,
Laporte.
you know.
Yeah. Used to be
that's why all that talk, all that big Laporte chat has all kind of simmered down. I don't hear there a lot of
Laporte.
chest.
I've never been convinced.
It petered out nicely, but it was.
You know what? Laporte is a really weird player because, like, obviously it's been obvious now since Diaz came in that Diaz and Stones are our most solid partnership. Like them two together don't concede that many goals. They're solid. Laporte's always got a mistake in him, but then it's like he can score you a goal at the other end. He's just a weird player. Like he will score a goal and then make a mistake. So it's like you've just cancelled out the goal that you've scored, like Southampton away. I think it was. You know what I mean? So I think
Laporte is a soft. You
know what? This is. You know what?
Laporte can get bullied, bro. That's the thing, bro.
This is what makes me laugh. This is the comments. Like, let's be 100. No, he isn't. Like, I get it. You're a Liverpool fan and you want to talk smack.
It's just
Laporte, man. I've just never been.
It shows how high the levels are. The levels are really high, but he's not.
They are, bro. You're talking about. Listen, the levels are astronomically high, bro. Like, let's put all banter aside. Like, these are fractions of a. Do you know
they really
what I mean?
are.
They are fractions, bro. Like, it's mad. All right, cool. Romz, talk to me. What's your lineup, G? What are you telling me?
My lineup is Alisson in goal, Trent and Robert. The back five picks itself: Matic, Dak, Trent, Robert, Alisson, Thiago, Hendo, and Fabinho in the midfield. And our traditional front three, we're running it back to 17, 18, 18, 19. Mane, Firmino, and Salah.
And who did you have Hendo? Did you have Hendo in there? Yeah.
Yeah. Hendo, Thiago, and Fabinho. But Jota and Diaz, we can introduce second aspect depending on the score. But I think the way Firmino plays and him dropping in, and I think he's going to be so key. Firmino's going to be one of our most key players on Sunday because when he's dragging Stones and Laporte out of their position, and then we've got space in behind. Yeah.
I know, that was so crazy. That was crazy.
And imagine, I didn't even see it. I was speaking. I was looking at you.
Absolute bollocks.
Nah, bro. He was,
I'm calling you Pablo now.
But yeah, all of these Liverpool fans that are saying, yeah, Diaz, Jota, they're getting caught in recency bias. You need to remember what Firmino does best, and he's going to be so key to our win on Sunday.
When you played us earlier in the season, I'm pretty certain he didn't play, and everyone was saying you really missed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
I think the team you just said was spot on, and your midfield, that midfield, right? If someone's trying to talk up Cater to me the other day, and I was like, listen, if I see Cater over any of those three, I'm happy.
Bro, I'm not
Cater's cold, you know.
He's had his best season, and I'll introduce him. Depending on the score, maybe 60, 70 minutes. Because let's have it right, Ryan.
When we're 3-0 up.
Depending on the score, what are you expecting?
Let's have it right. Thiago he's going to start 3 games in 7 days. We know how injury prone this guy is. So
I do want to see him do minutes though in this game. Like, he will control this game.
For him, 3 starts.
But listen, real talk. Shout out any. No, put some respect on Kate.
Yeah.
He's not any guy. He's not any guy.
Kate was so sick for us the other day, but I'm not seeing Kate start away to Man City. Allow that.
Listen,
I hear that. Not start.
Not against. Listen, for me, especially when we're playing the false nine, if we start with Gundo, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and De Bruyne dropping back in the false nine, for me, that is the best midfield in the world, right? When they're at their best, if you go back and look like the Man United 2-0, the possession, the ball retention is long for Man, right? But Henderson, Fabinho, and Thiago, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, now this is a midfield that they can match. Like they're that's 3 very fucking solid midfielders where it's a battle. It's not like when early in the season when you played the little younger who just that's a proper midfield. So
Elliot.
Yeah. It's like Henderson. I think Henderson's disrespected a lot, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
No, definitely. I agree. Shout out man like Zabiri. You know he's entered the place. Well, God, my G. Man says big up Saint Romz, Ops, and Sweet Voice Crew. You know who is nervous.
Who's that, Ryan?
That wasn't even funny, you know. That wasn't even funny, man.
On a real one though. What you got? Who is nervous? Like, are you lot?
I'm shitting it. I'm shitting it.
That's not what go on.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's weird because, like, at first I was like, oh, City, but I don't know if it's just I'm just like there's a lot going on in my personal life, but I just feel like it is what it is. If City go out there and what if they want to win this league, they will go out on Sunday and beat Liverpool. If they don't do that, they don't deserve to win the league. So I just feel at a place where it's like it's down to them. If they want to go and win the league, they will go and prove to us that they want to win the league. And I think
I'm not talking about them though.
No,
I'm
Jan's
talking
on
about
this passive
you.
stuff, you
I'm
know.
talking about
that's what I'm
you.
saying.
man.
I don't feel as nervous as I should do because I just think like I've just got to that point where it's just like it's down to them now. There's nothing we can do as fans apart from go there and make noise, whatever. Do you know what I mean? There's not really much we can do. But I think in terms of like, because me and Ryan have been speaking all season, I've just been saying like City are really strange because normally in these sort of fixtures like the Palace game, like City go and give like 110% and you can see that they're like, we want to win this league. But I just feel like even with Liverpool, I don't think Liverpool are at 100%. City definitely aren't at 100%.
We're not.
And it's really weird because it's just like the City to me don't really, I think apart from the Man United game, we don't really look like we really, really want the league, and it's annoying me. So I want to see
about to
Sunday,
ask you that as well. That's my next question.
yeah,
still.
I want to see on Sunday that team go out and prove to me that they want to win the league. Until they do that, why am I stressing myself out? Like, I'm not doing it. They need to show me that they want to win this league, and then, you know, I'll back them 100%. But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Wait, can I give my team before...
yeah.
Sorry, Ryan. Sorry,
Go on, sweet queen.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. No. What was it? Oh, yeah, so pretty much the same as Romz. So I'd go Ali, Trent, Matip. Anyone who says Kanate over Matip is just so deluded, man. Like, I don't get it.
No,
man.
no,
Did you see that mistake
games-
the other day?
Certain games he's
Certain
more
games.
suited, Ryan. You must say.
Nah,
courses,
nah,
bro.
nah,
No,
nah,
Ryan,
nah,
Ryan.
nah.
I don't like. This is what
Nah.
I don't like. Yeah, Ryan's the type of fan that pisses me off because we sit there and go, "Oh, we want depth in our squad."
And we finally got that.
Nah,
and now
but
And then he'll be like,
Kanate
"No,
is
no,
playing
no.
ahead of
This
Matip,
guy's
you know?
clear of this person. This guy's clear of this person.
But
It should
Matip
be.
is
You should
clear
have
of
a.
Kanate.
Ryan,
It's not a case of that. It's not okay.
Right.
What Kanate, some of the
Matip,
skill sets that Kanate can bring, Matip can't.
Yes.
And some of the
Like
skills
what?
that
Like
Matip
what?
can, like physicality.
Cool.
Like,
Okay,
like
I'll give you
athleticism,
a
Matip
like
don't
pace.
get
I'll give you a
bullied.
great example. I'll give you
Matip
a
don't
great
get bullied.
Ryan, I'll give you a great example. Yeah, a couple times against Benfica, running back to goal with Nunes. If that's Matip, they may score more goals because he can't cater for Nunes' pace. That's what I'm saying. Matip he's a better defender and he does start
One
in the
ain't
big
questioning
games.
that.
But
Matip's
certain
better
games,
positionally than him as
certain
well.
games, Ibu's better. Certain games it's catered for
Nah.
Ibu. Obviously not this
It is.
one, but
That's the whole point of having a deep squad, so you can say, you know, it's this game. Like, bro, Ibu's pocketed big guys like San Siro, like
two big performances at San Siro.
Wow, you can't just rub him out. Like, you can't rub him
No,
out.
I'm not. No. I think he's decent in it, but he's nowhere near Matip for me. Like, he's nowhere near.
But I don't
There's
think he
not a
has
mad
to.
golfing class.
Yeah,
There's
and
not.
I don't think he has to be. I just think, like I said, he has to bring some skill sets different to what.
Yeah, but
to what
Matip's
Matip
played
is so that
against
we
quick
can-
defenders a lot in a high line. He's been absolutely fine.
All right.
Quick
But anyways,
strikers, sorry.
what I want to ask, yeah.
Wait, I
Well,
hadn't
you
finished
lot-
my team yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Tough-
Oh yeah, we're just going to that Matip Kanate argument, innit? All right,
Go
so
on.
yeah, Matip, Van Dijk, Robbo, Trent, whatever, innit? By the way, Trent, that his passing the other day, man, was ridiculous. Yo, it's
Running out of things
Sorry,
to say.
sorry.
ridiculous.
Oh, he did play against Benfica, didn't he?
yeah, Trent, yeah, he's ridiculous passing.
course
Man.
Nah, because he was coming back from injury, wasn't he? So I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
that was his first start.
Played
He was on
75,
the
and then
bench
played
against
75,
Watford.
and then got subbed still.
Bollocks.
Yeah, midfield, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago. Like, I'm not Henderson's biggest fan.
So I
innit,
felt about
but,
Carl
like,
Walker, bro. I thought he was gonna say he pulled up or something. I was fuming he's fit. I'm like,
He needs a good game as well. Sorry, carry on with your team.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We just keep etching this guy out, bro. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, bro.
nah, no worries. Yeah, midfield, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago. Like, I'm not Henderson's biggest fan, but away to City, where, let's be honest, we're not going to have the majority of possession in it. Like, let's be honest. So, like, you need kind of Henderson for his leadership and, you know,
shout
his
and that.
contribution off the ball, stuff like that, in it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then up front, I'd go Salah, Firmino, and I'd go Diaz, you know. Like, I'd go Diaz. I think Diaz is on good form. He's on better form than Mane for me. I think Mane...
Don't do it. Don't do it. Or do it. Do it. Please do. Don't do it. No, honestly, I feel like he's smoking the league since he joined, but I feel like go with what you know best, and also if he has a bad game, how will that impact him? If this is his bad game, he don't need to play this game yet. Like he's got a long season.
But I don't
He's
think
got
Mane
Ryan,
does
can I-
anything
can I
against
just-
Kyle Walker.
Ryan, can I just add to your point, right, as well? One thing I noticed with Diaz, let's have it right. Arsenal right now aren't a massive club, but it's still hard away to go to the Emirates. It's still a hard ground to go away
Is
to.
it?
He looked a bit uncomfortable when he started that game. It looked like the occasion was a bit too big for him. Just start. I reckon Mane is more catered for this game.
Yeah, but let's be honest. In that game, Mane
do-
didn't play well in that game either.
The other thing is Diaz could be absolute smoke off the bench.
Exactly.
I hear
That's
that,
my
but I don't
that's
think
my
Mane
logic.
from the start does anything against Kyle Walker because Mane relies a lot on his pace and stuff too. And let's be honest, Mane's lost pace in it. He's not that quick anymore as he used to be. So like, I don't think he does anything against Kyle Walker. I think Diaz is more tricky, he's more skillful. I think that's the way to beat Kyle Walker a lot of the time. But, you know, so that's
Mane's got what Mane lacks in pace though. He's got a lot in the like what he does and his link up with Robbo will trouble Kyle Walker. Not just him standing up by himself, but their link up play, and he's got the experience. Do you know what I'm saying? So and like you said, Diaz is a good sub to come on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a good impact to see them. Like it's like raw as opposed to the other way around.
I think Diaz is more technically secure than Mane as well at the moment. Like, and that's what you're going to need against City. You're going to need players who are consistently going to, you know, we can't afford to like allow attacks to break down. We need as much control as we can against Man City.
Both of us do. That's the key.
That's why if I see Jota starting for some reason, I ain't watching the game, bro. If I see Jota start,
I'll be fuming.
I'm not watching the game.
But the thing is,
he's in my head. He's in my head.
But that's the thing, bro. Because he scores, bro. He bangs.
We're getting pampered.
One chance, but I just feel saying if we start Jota, let's be real. His whole
I don't want to start him.
Bro, you know that game against City earlier in the season. We were bad in that first half, innit? Like we were terrible. That was because of Jota.
Let's be real. Milner should have been off.
Front, he went
if we're being honest,
him back.
I want to ask a question. So obviously, I feel like in this game we can both both our teams are going to rely heavily on the midfield. Ravi, shout out my guy Ravi. He asked the question: whose midfield out of the two is stronger? I do think I think Rodri's going to be a very key player for you.
Saint, what was your 11? Did you agree with?
I agreed with yours, bro.
Yeah, cool.
I agreed with yours. So that's who I like to start.
You said you wanted Minamino to start.
You're gonna piss off someone. Demo's gonna
respect Taki, man. Respect Taki. Yo, I'd rather.
You can't say that without me not seeing your face. Don't try and hide behind your pick and try and say outlandish statements.
There's a Liverpool fan called Demo, and he will ride the Taki by any.
You dumb.
No, if I just start either Taki or Jota, I'm starting Taki.
Know where it came from.
You know what? To answer your question, yeah.
Look, he's here. Look,
I know. I'm getting down. It's like Demo's in here, bro. I know Demo's in there. I know he's gonna be repping hard for Taki still. Well, let me go to you, boss. You. What was you saying?
To answer your question, yeah, about the best midfield, it's like, are you meaning right now? Are you meaning?
You have that context.
The best midfield.
I know. I mean, in that game, out of the midfields in which that's what I mean. It's going to be hard, and it's obviously going to be.
Because for me, what you would do is right. You would probably say you talk about Thiago in his prime. You then pick a moment when Henderson was in his prime, and pick a moment when Fabinho was in his prime, which has never been at the same point this season or last season.
Yeah.
I could say at a point in this season, I was very, very, and to be fair, every time they play, the midfield of Gundogan, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and De Bruyne is the best in the world. I feel like, and it's been proven against a lot of teams. I do get Thiago. This is the first time we're playing with Thiago actually fit. I think.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be a massive. That's going to be a massive.
When you beat
shout out man like Carefree Lewis G in the cup.
Yo, what's this guy? Champions of Europe for a week longer, man. These one of the worst champions.
Let him do what he's doing, innit? I respect
the worst champions of Europe of all time, fam.
When we the Premier League, bro, I was sucking the last bit of juice out of that before these mugs took it back. So don't worry, bro. I respect
you better for 3 more days. You better for 3 more days.
Imagine winning the Champions League and not being in a title race and probably getting knocked out in the quarters. Like, come on, man.
Nah, somebody made a comment about our defense against Diaz in the Porto game. We had Eric Garcia, and Laporte. So I'm not saying that means anything, but it means something.
It does mean something.
Man, it means something. I like that. No, I hear that. I said, obviously, personally for me, I think Rodri's going to be one of the main people in your team that will control the game, will control the midfield.
If he plays well, the chances of us winning goes up dramatically. Him and De Bruyne. I think
that's what I was gonna ask you two. Who are your main worries?
It's that Foden thinks himself, cool, I'm playing Liverpool, and something just switches. He's not even been in the best of form this year, but I know he's got the score predictions and he's gonna score. I'll get more into Foden, but I know he's gonna have a good game. Certain things are just inevitable, and he will turn up against us. That's one player I'm worried about.
You know what?
Man says, Dimo got special tacky notifications. Man came like RKO in the comments.
The minute Jan mentioned I'm tacky, I knew Dimo was coming.
I respect tacky, man.
Literally, was like, what?
Yeah, he was like, so
you have to rate.
You have to rate my guy's thing.
Special notification bell.
That's hilarious. No, I hear that. So you say Foden and Ryan. Who's the one that you're really thinking?
Probably Bernardo. You know, I think Bernardo's City's best midfielder. You know what's crazy? Yeah, this might sound weird. I'd rather KDB start for them in midfield. You know, if KDB starts false nine, I'm worried. But KDB, I don't think he's City's. I don't think he gets in City's best midfield.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's Rodri, Bernardo, Gundogan. It's the most balanced front three that midfield to me they've got.
For Jan and on Daps, do you feel when KDB and Bernardo start in the midfield three together, Bernardo kind of plays within himself?
No need for it. Doesn't work.
And Pep's done it, and that's how we're even in the title race in the first place. That's all I want to say. Yeah,
it doesn't work
very well.
It just looks uncomfortable.
Positions.
It doesn't work. It's just not the right balance. There's just sometimes things where it just don't, for whatever reason, and even more so recently, Bernardo Silva moved up and played kind of like he used to in a front three. That doesn't work anymore. Bernardo Silva's legs has to be next to Rodri. Rodri needs Bernardo Silva's energy already. I always say
his industry.
He's a sexy Kante. He's got the legs of Kante, but he's got some sexy.
I can hear that. I can
kind of hear that. Yeah, I can hear that.
You remember how Virgil fell over? You remember Virgil falling over, chasing him?
Yeah, no, I hear that. I feel like Kante's got more. Kante will his breakup plays a little bit more. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Better. It's better.
Yeah, better.
But you know what it is?
I hear that. I like that.
Like Bernardo will chase a crisp packet like at the 90th minute. Bernardo just doesn't stop running.
Yeah, Bernardo's crazy, man. But you know what it is with KDB,
recently,
is that
there's only one good game in Bernardo recently. That was a Sporting game, the first Sporting game. He's been a bit quiet recently, but so's most of our team, to be fair. So
but like I said, weren't Pep playing him on the right wing at times ahead of Mahrez?
That's when it wasn't really working. I think
you need to play
that's why I
in
say in our midfield. That's what I always put in like starting 11s when I'm like the best team. I always put De Bruyne false nine. Because we need De Bruyne. Especially, he's a big game player. A lot of people don't.
Especially this season, he's back to De Bruyne with them big goals.
But you know what it is with KDB, is that I still think that City are better without him in the midfield when he's not playing in the midfield three. And that's kind of been proven when you've played us in the past. Like, I remember
you're not wrong. You're right. You're spot on.
When you beat us 2-1 with the Sane goal in that crazy game a few years ago, I don't think KDB played. I think it was Silva, Bernardo.
He was injured.
He was injured,
100% no, he wasn't injured because I remember this, right? So he was back. He'd been injured and he was back fit. And I remember my brethren came round to watch it and he was saying, De Bruyne 100% starts. And I was going, Pep will not start him because of the message that gives the other team and the rest of the players. It's basically saying, we need this player. I'm going to rush him back, not even play him off the bench, put him straight back in. I go, I promise you, he will not start, because we've been doing well without him. He's not just going to throw him back in. He's like, but it's Liverpool. I'm like, no, bro. And he didn't start. You're 100% right. And even if we go back to last season, when De Bruyne got injured,
you 4-1. You beat us 4-1 without him.
Gundo stepped up and just like so. You are
But
right,
there's
but
been other
he's back
games.
this season. He is that player that is getting us to key goals, so he has to start this.
Yeah,
game.
I would say
he's
I would say
the
starting, but not in
best
midfield. I'd say starting, but not in midfield, because there's been other games where he hasn't played in the midfield three for you against us, and you've done really well. Like the one where Mahrez missed the penalty at Anfield, you were the better team in that game, and he didn't play. Last season when you
Mahrez.
beat us 4-1, he didn't play, and you battered us. You know, even this season,
No,
like
I
he
think
played.
it is though.
He played this season at Anfield, but let's be real, he was the worst player. I thought he was your worst player that day. I'll be real. I thought he wasn't great.
Yeah,
against
he
us
wasn't.
at
He wasn't.
Anfield.
He's only come alive since round about. I think probably since he scored against Chelsea, he's come
Yeah,
alive
that
again.
Chelsea game after
Yeah.
that.
I want to go something, right?
Yeah, go.
Hypothetically, yeah. Whatever you want to do, you beat us in the FA Cup. Crystal Palace beat you in the final, and I'm saying Crystal Palace. So this is not going to be Chelsea in it, and vice versa. Yeah, we beat you, and Crystal Palace beat us. So neither of us get the FA Cup. Jan, Prem or Champions League? You can only win one.
We need to do this. We all know it.
Fuck him out.
Jan, don't do that. You know the answer now.
I know.
Man said, "Oh, did you hear that?" Man
Hold
said,
on. Actually, you know what? There's
the
one thing.
reluctance in her voice
Bro,
was so
bro.
mad. Like,
Is it a case of it's between us and you in the league, and it's between us and you in the Champions
That's
League?
a good question.
say that again. Say that again.
Is it between us and you in both? Is it basically
Just say
Yeah,
which
yeah,
trophy
yeah.
you'd rather
Yeah,
have in
it's
it.
between
Like,
us.
let's
It's
just do what
between us and
trophy
both.
you'd rather
We both
have.
No,
We
it's
both
between
know
us.
the answers.
Hypothetically, it's
We both
between
know.
us
We all
and
know
both.
the answers. Yeah, we all know the answer.
I just want to
We
hear
all know
it.
the
That's what
answer.
I know.
We slow no, but it's so you know what? Pretty much every stream I've come on, I've been asked this, and I say, I get how you're trying to fish for us to say it. We could just flip it on you, though. We could just flip it on you because
Yeah,
in
but
my lifetime,
it's not.
Basically, you're
I'm
saying that.
asking-
Basically, you're
Okay,
saying that.
I'll say it.
What's understood
Premier
doesn't
League, innit? Let us win that.
You're weird,
Let's go
Jan,
for the
man.
Premier League. Now, do you know what? To be honest, like, it's mad because I think, like I was even saying to Ryan before, like, I think our players, I think they've got their eyes on the Champions League, personally. I think you can see the difference between the
This is what I
efforts
was gonna ask.
in the
Yeah,
Prem
yeah.
and the efforts in the Champions League. That even though in the Champions League, we've,
See,
you know,
look,
group
City
stage was a
fan.
bit dodgy. Yeah, no, most City fans will say that. If you go to the
Now-
end, everyone. Most
never
City
before,
Prem.
never before this season. This season, last season, it hurt to lose the Champions League final
Yeah,
to Chelsea,
I think
and it's
now,
the first
yeah.
season we actually believed in the final. It hurt, and now it's like, do you know what? Fuck it, so
Get
that
it
we can
going,
talk
yeah.
to these because all we fucking get
Yeah.
is you can't talk to man because you don't have a Champions League. That's all we get. So it's like,
Yeah,
do you know what?
yeah,
Let's grab one of them, then we can remind you that in my lifetime, in my lifetime I've seen.
Then you shut up a
man-
lot of fan bases, innit? You shut up.
Yeah,
Oh
in
my
Chelsea,
God,
fan bases, you shut
everyone
up
wants
Chelsea,
to
you
shut up.
shut
Let's
up
be-
Arsenal, you shut
And
up a
Pep
lot.
be
gets
real.
it. Pep gets that thing off his back now. Pep shuts up a lot of people if he
But
wins.
boys, let me be 100, and this is not a cuss because winning Champions League is a big thing. You, man, in my lifetime, have won more Champions Leagues than you have leagues, right? Which is a fucking. I mean, that's amazing. You've won, but that is how real it is, yeah. So the minute we grab one of them, it shuts Arsenal fans up completely. They can't say shit.
You
now.
do.
Oh,
You
if
dump
you
a lot
win
of
the
fan. You
Champions
dump a
League,
lot
you
of fan
overtake
bases.
Arsenal.
What I want to shout out Zabiri with the comment in it. That was hypothetical, anyways, because real talk, this is what's happening. Don't know about the scoreline. I would take that, but man says 6-1 whooping on Sunday. Still, we're slashing all four tires, so City ain't going nowhere this season. Straight up.
Based on what? Based on what?
Based that we've already got
Vibes
one.
and
So you've
inshallah.
already got not vibes and inshallah at all. If there was a team to do it, there is actually only one team that can do it right now.
There is, but
it's not
you're
possible,
basing
innit?
it. No, but so if we're basing it on that, we have to take everything in. And this is the thing that makes me laugh. The confidence of you. I love you man's confidence. Firstly, like
You
old
have
school
to,
City
bro.
fans is we're getting it, but it's,
Yeah.
you haven't
of course.
won in the league since 2015. Like under Pep,
You know
you have
what? I
never
was gonna
won
say
at
this
the league.
about that run, yeah?
You've never won at the Etihad since Pep's arrived. Yeah, so the confidence is like, I get it. Champions League, yeah, you smacked us up. Cool.
Two times, twice.
With the Etihad.
No.
Now, but Dabs, I was going to actually say about.
It was
You know what?
Remember what?
I was watching the highlights the other day, yeah, and if you go back and watch that Etihad game,
Awful.
you were very
Was that
short.
the Ox one? Was that the Ox goal? Early doors Ox goal?
No, the one at your place.
The one where
Was that
Salah
it?
scored and Salah and Firmino
both of
scored
them were just
2-1.
horrible.
I
When
can't.
you
Like,
watch
all I'm
it,
gonna
watch the
say,
offside
all I'm
goal
gonna say, if there was
disallowed.
VAR, we would have would have been in
Yeah,
trouble.
that's why
Yeah,
everyone
that's-
is going
that's-
out.
You would have been
Let's
in
not do
You're
that,
trouble.
in
though.
trouble.
That's shameless. That's Arsenal vibes. We don't do
You
that.
know what it is, yeah. It's to be very honest with you, that you are right, yeah. It is vibes, and inshallah to a certain extent, but it's pedigree. It's what you said that you're trying to get. It's because
No, but
it's things that because of how good we are and how good we've been, make some of the impossible things
All right,
possible.
So, no,
Do you know them ones there?
But listen to what you're saying, right? So, firstly, on the pedigree thing, right? Let me be very clear, and I don't want to come across like I'm trying to say City are better than Liverpool, none of that. But the fact is, if we're talking Champions League, yeah, I would fucking love Bayern to put you out so we don't have to play you, yeah, because your heritage, your DNA in the Champions League, it's undeniable. When you've been average in the league, you've won fucking Champions Leagues, yeah. Like honestly,
Yo, I
for
think
me,
this DNA thing is a bunch of.
that's
Is it
fine.
myth,
Let him
though?
finish.
It's
Wait, let him
not,
finish.
it's
Let him
not,
finish.
it's
Let's let him
not.
finish, Ryan.
You
Let
can
him
think
finish.
that because you don't know otherwise, yeah. When you are a City fan and you don't know other, like, and you've witnessed it, it's a bit like white privilege. If you've never had to experience, like, basically, we don't know. Like, we think white privilege is a cuss, yeah. It's not a cuss. It's because we don't know the
It's
opposite.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
facts, right? And that's the same with you. You've had this Champions League DNA your whole life, bro. We've never had it. So we're looking at
bro,
it like,
can I just stop you?
But
Can I,
in the league, if you want to talk pedigree and that in the league, it's us. It's not you, man. It's us.
you
And
say
even
that,
when
but
you
it's
say,
but
bro,
this
you
is what I'm
say how
saying.
good you've been.
Pedigree goes before Barclays made like an advertising. The pedigree, bro. We've got 18 motherfucking leagues, bro.
Come on now,
Like when you
come
talk
on.
about the culture and heritage, wait, we've only been not
Cool.
been
We'll
at
base
that
it on that.
level
That's a
when
dead
we
argument,
haven't
man. Like,
when we haven't had a manager of the level
Bro,
at the manager
bro,
at the time.
bro,
At this time,
you
we
know
have a
that's a
manager
dead
that is
argument.
arguable. I'll tell you why it's not a dead argument.
Bro,
It's not a dead
you
argument
see this
because
team you've got. Hold on, bro. This team you have right now, their
Mhm.
granddads weren't witnessing them leagues, bruv. So, like, what you're
But
talking about?
it's,
How is that?
you know,
moved
but
on
this
to
is what
squad,
I
bruv?
understand you wouldn't get it because, and I'm
Nah,
not. This
say
isn't
it,
a
say
cuss.
it, say it,
This
say it,
isn't a
say it,
cuss
say it,
because
say
you're
it.
Man City. Like you.
Nah,
like,
saying you can't really say that because based on that, Man United would have won the league last year because they've got 20. It's
Preston
one
are
of them
coming
things.
soon.
No.
Preston are coming
But,
back real soon.
but you know what I'm saying. Man
I get what
United have
you're
what I'm saying, and that's why deep down we're all scared of Man United because if they put a couple of they have what I'm talking about, they put a couple of things together and they have the
You're
ability
clutching,
to
man.
go there. Yeah, no, but
You're
here's what I'm
clutching.
saying is we've got a manager that is arguable. The only time that we haven't been dominant in the league has been times when our
you know what,
club
bruv?
has been
Can I-
misrun.
Wait.
Wait.
One second, Saint. Let me just say
You're
one
not
thing.
even gonna let me land, brother.
Saint, let me just say one thing. If you want me to come up and tell you, yeah, that you've won more leagues than us, yeah, I get it, bruv. You're a bigger club
we
than us. I get-
have.
Hold on. No, and that's what I'm
That's not-
saying. Bruv, hold on. Let me finish, right? And then I'm going to
Yeah.
stop for 10 minutes, right? If you want me to say that, cool. And I get that. Like, you have won more leagues than us. You've won more Champions Leagues than us. You're a bigger club than us. Your fan base is bigger than us. Whatever you want to say. And I get all of those leagues. But we're talking about, yeah, the mentality and the DNA that has been passed from company, yeah, and Silva Aguero. Then they've passed it on to the players that play with them. You're talking, so it's within this era, yeah? You're talking about like 3-4 eras, bruv. Come on. Like, I get what you're trying to do.
This is what I'm saying, yeah. It's funny when you say that because my very argument is what you are building up to be. This is what you're because then you know what I'm trying to get at. It takes pedigree. It's not a small window of 10 years.
But this links back. This links back.
If you play Real Madrid in the Champions League final, you won't win.
I knew this was coming
Because Real Madrid are 30.
You know what? This whole I need to
it
answer
depends,
this.
but it's not just the. I haven't just said it's just that because otherwise, then why did it take us for? It's I also said it's a culmination of things, but the main thing is when I look at it, and we had the Paisleys, and we had we've now got Klopp is arguable,
and is that why you win on? And that's why you win on Sunday. Because you've got
but that's why we believe I'm answering your question. We don't know if we win on Sunday.
That's why you're confident.
Why we believe we win on Sunday because of all of that.
You know what it is?
I get that.
You see what I'm saying?
That's why you man are like.
That's why we're like. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, but you know what it is with this European.
sorry, Ryan, like, I think the thing is, like, because we've had, like, our record at Anfield has not been great. So apart from last season when we won, our record at Anfield is terrible. So when we go to Anfield and we need to win, right? We know we need to win them games every season because Liverpool's standard is so high, so is City's. You have to win them games, right? So we go into that game, but we know that our record at Anfield is not great. So if I came on this stream and this game was at Anfield, you three will be sat there telling me, how the hell are you predicting a Man City win when you don't win at Anfield? But when it comes to Liverpool, it's almost like, I'm not saying you can't win because there's every chance. This is what we're saying about the league. There's every chance that Liverpool go and win. I don't think you'll batter us. If you do win, it'll be 2-1.
I don't think.
I think if we beat you, it'll be 2-1. I think it's going to be a close game. However, if I came to you when we hadn't won at Anfield since 2015 in the league and said we're going to win 6-1, people will be telling me it's crazy. So that's what Dax was replying to. Yeah. It's fair enough what you've won in the past. City, this team, like, I've had a few conversations over the past few days and I'm like confused that I must have been asleep for the past 4 or 5 years because I'm a bit confused. Because I've heard people say Man City are bottle jobs, right? In the Champions League, you can say it all you want. In the league, are we? What? No. This would
never bottled a title race.
We haven't. And in a 2-horse race, we tend to come out on top, right? So these are the things that could come into play. We don't know. Like, we actually don't know. Football is football. But I've heard people say things and I'm just like, I've heard people say to me, like Chelsea fans, well, City always bottle it, whereas Liverpool don't. And I just think, like, I just don't get where it's come from.
Again, that's Twitter.
You know how to win the league.
It's madness. Or I'll say in response to that is because generally what you hear is, I think we're gonna, like I said, because it's possible. I'm gonna believe until it's not possible. So I'm like, we're gonna win the quad. But generally, most people are like, we got the FA and like Champions League, we should do this. Premier League, we can do it. We need to beat them. Like, you know, like no one ain't like, like the Premier League's just boom, we're gonna, because that's not our pedigree. Do you know them?
You know what it is?
What I'm saying? It's like,
and I do get what you were saying. I do get what you were saying now when you said that's what, because I started off by saying I am like, I look at. I'm going to move away from Liverpool for a second, and I even look at Chelsea fans and how confident they are, right? And I'm like, you know what? I wish we were like, we're still, and it probably is. The fact is, it probably is, because if we deep the top 6 teams, we are the team. Like I always say,
you're proper City fans, bro. You didn't wake up. You didn't start supporting City 5 years ago, so that's why. Like, you
know what's funny though?
You can actually remember.
My dad is the most confident City fan, and he's been going to City since he was 8 years old. 1964 was my dad's first game, right? If you speak to my dad was telling Liverpool fans in the 90s that City would win the league more than once before Liverpool win the Premier League. That's what my dad was telling people in the early 90s, right? And it fucking came true. But can you imagine in the 90s saying that? So it's a bit mad. Do you know what I mean?
Jan, you probably grew up. Jan, you grew up hearing about Bert Troutman and hearing about Colin Bell and Francis Lee and them man that were actually doing and winning stuff.
To be fair, City was successful when my dad.
This is heritage, This is the heritage, We went through 30 years of no Premier League, and I know that Ryan, Romz, all your eldest, the ones that have seen was like, bro, the level of success we've had is coming again. Don't worry, it's coming again. And that's probably what because we know. You know them, bro. It's coming.
If it wasn't for Pep, it was there. If it
you
wasn't
see what I'm saying?
Let's be 100.
You know what?
Let's be very clear. If it wasn't for Pep and Klopp, right? If Klopp wasn't here or Pep wasn't here, it's a whitewash. It's that simple. It's a complete fucking whitewash. The only thing is Champions League, maybe not so for us yet, but generally it would be a whitewash. In the league,
but your Champions League will come anyway. But you know what it is with this European. You know, when people talk about European DNA and heritage, I just think to myself, I think it's a bit of a myth, because when I deep it, for me with the Champions League, you've either got to have a team good enough to win it or not good enough to win it. We won the Champions League a few years ago in 2019 because we had a fucking good team. That's why we won it. 2005 was let's be honest, it was a bit of a lucky one, But that's only one Champions League that we won, where we weren't really a great team. We'd gone like 20 odd years without winning one also people and you know what it is. We in 2014 we got into the Champions League because but let's be honest, there was no European heritage there. We didn't have a good team, and we got knocked out in the group, deservedly so. But also, this whole thing with Real Madrid, you can never rule Real Madrid out of the Champions League. Well, I can if I don't think they're not good enough. Do you get what I mean? You know, the reason why they won 4 in 5 years recently is because they had a fucking good team. But Real Madrid have gone long periods in their history without winning European Cups. They went 32 years without winning one because they didn't have a good enough team.
You just said you won the Champions League the last Champions League you won was 2017, was it?
2019.
2019, fucking hell. All right, 2019. Yeah, the season. Yeah, that's right. 2019, yeah. And you said you won it because you had a good enough team. And you said we had a fucking good team. Yeah, cool. Let me just, I hear you. But that season, we won the league, yeah? We had and for me, and I don't know about Jan, don't know about you, man, but for me, yeah, your team now is better than that team. Your squad is, and our team back then was better. That was our best.
I agree.
That was our best. So based on that, I don't even 2019. Was that the season we went out to Monaco?
Tottenham.
We went out to Monaco.
So based on that, if you're basing it, if you've got a good enough team, we have got a good enough team, bro. You can't argue.
You do have a good enough team, but
it's not. They've been had a good enough. They've actually been had a good enough team for pretty much all the time.
That's the thing.
Football isn't played on paper, and it isn't played like
absolutely
statistically.
Hell no.
Like the best team's gonna win. Whatever. There are tangibles. There are things that you can't. There's a reason why you can come to Anfield against Bournemouth or something and it'll be like, okay, or you can come to Anfield on a Wednesday night against Real Madrid and you know what the fuck you're going to get.
That's the key.
It's just tangibles. It's different, and that is based. That ain't just something that you just go.
Because
that's based off like.
Hear that. Because
I don't hear
that.
I'm not gonna sit here and argue.
We played Real Madrid in the Champions League in 2014 and we got panned at home.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm using your. But I'm not.
Hold on. I'm using. Real were probably pretty dope, to be fair.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying. I'm not saying you're getting too hung up on the team. I'm using them as an example. Yeah, it's vibes. Like,
and let's be very clear. Let's be clear. If you look at City going to Anfield, yeah, the only time we've won, right, was when you had no fans, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, when you start talking about the 12th man, and that's very key, you do have a 12th. Your fans are amazing, like they're really loud, yeah. But on fucking European nights, they're different.
So
where do those fans come from?
Heritage,
continuous success.
I was going to say a lot of them islands probably, but.
Mate.
We're renowned for that. European
do you know what I mean? Like
European night.
Let them out
another decade.
One night only. Make noise,
and I guarantee
you come out for the next game, innit? That's what happened.
Yeah, but I guarantee you're the way you think, because you are actual City fans, the way you will slowly turn into your dad. You will start because you'll get another decade, hopefully not, but you'll get another decade of success, and then you'll be like, it's that thing. You just go into it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll come. We're doing this.
I know you went.
But you know when
you went on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, so generally Champions League nights, yeah. And then how bumping was Tuesday?
Do you know what? It wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
there because we're starting to believe more.
Yeah, I think my dad says it, and I think it too. Like, this whole booing the Champions League anthem.
That's ridiculous.
That made you lot look petty. That made you lot look like you lot ain't ready.
It's not even about pettiness. It's just like, you can't want to win something and then you're booing it.
And boo the whole thing.
To me, I've not booed it. You know what I mean? I don't see the point personally. But it's just
I get the argument. I get the argument. And it's a great cause.
I
get the sentiment, but you got to hold that back. You know, like that.
And like, even now, like, we're still being investigated. Like, there's all this stuff going on with UEFA. UEFA are dodgy as fuck. We all know UEFA. It's crazy. So the thing, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, as a club, regardless of whether you care about the Champions League, you don't. A lot of our fans don't care. Like, when people say, "Oh, they're chatting shit," they're not. Like, there is literally City fans that do not go to European games. Like, if you go to the Etihad and speak to people, you'll realize that we're not capping. Like, this is what people actually think. And I think, like, when it comes to it, regardless of what your take is on the Champions League, whether you rate it, whether you don't, I don't really care. At the end of the day, our club, as a club, needs to win it. So just get behind the players. The players want to win it.
Exactly.
Get behind
It's
them.
got to that point now
I think
where we
we'll
do.
win it eventually. I don't know when. I predicted 2 years ago. Wait, no.
Wow.
I predicted last year that we'd win it next year. I actually had Liverpool to win it this year and City to win it next year. That's what I had predicted. And it's one of them things. I think we'll win it eventually. If we don't win it under Pep, we don't win it under Pep. It's one of them things. It'll come eventually.
Won't. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah,
There's a meaty manager next, and then it'll be like, Ross, we're down, like Chelsea did. You know them ones there.
And
like,
you know what?
Well,
That's what I think.
Pellegrini got us to the semi, to be fair. So
yeah.
You know what it is as well? I think what it is for me, the Champions League, there's so much pressure on it. I feel like when that pressure drops slightly, so say Pep leaves and we get a new manager, the pressure is going to drop slightly because people say, right, well, Pep didn't win it. So this new manager, who's going to be a downgrade to Pep, if we're being honest, he's not necessarily, even though he will be expected to win it, along with what the club's ambitions are, people will look at it and say, if Pep can't win it, this guy ain't going to win it. And I think that is when we win it, when
That's
the
gonna
pressure
help,
drops slightly. And I think that's what happened with Tuchel. He was not expected to win it. So he went there, he put his best team out, he went for it, and he managed to win it. And I think when that pressure drops just a little bit, even if we're not favourites, because right now we're always favourites. Even when we're not favourites, I think we've got a better chance of winning it. And we'll see what happens. You know, people will say City are never going to win it. People said Liverpool would never win the Prem. These things happen. Do you know what I mean? Actually, you know what Liverpool fans used to say back in the day? Obviously, I'm not as old as you lot, you know, me being 21 and all that. But, like, it's one of them things where they used to say years ago, when Man United were on 7 league titles, Liverpool fans were like, United will never catch us. And these things happen in football. Like, I actually think the way City are one of them weird teams where we probably won't win it for ages. And then we'll probably win something like 2 in 3 years. That's the sort of team City are. We probably won't win it for time. And then we'll go in, win it.
And then you'll go, and then you'll probably do the mad thing.
4 years
the retention or something.
Yeah, or go back to back. Something crazy like that.
Can I say about the Etihad record? You know, when Dats was talking about the Etihad record before, when the guy said the 6-1 thing, like, yeah, we're not winning 6-1, like, let's be real. But when I look at those games at the Etihad, you know, the past few years, I look at them and I think, I'm not taking too much into that, from that into this game on Sunday, because when I deep it, you beat us. I remember 2017, you beat us 5-0, but we had the Mane. We were fully competing with you until Mane got sent off. And also, let's be honest, we had like Lovren at the back. We hadn't brought Van Dijk and Alisson then. And City were a miles better team than us that season. They got 100 points. We finished 4th in the league, so I'm not surprised at that. Next season, 18-19, that crazy game, probably the best Premier League game I've ever seen in my life. Probably the best Premier League game I've seen. And it was just fine margins. Literally, what was it, 10 centimeters away from... Yeah, that's fine margins. And we've got a better team than what we did.
Because 1920 so good, it always is fine margins. That's why I'm saying when people are saying, I think 2-1 is realistic, depending on how the game goes. Yeah. If you go 2-0 up or City go 2-0 up, then you can maybe think about a 3-1.
You know what it
or
is?
1. But I think if the game goes how I think it will, it'll go 1-0.
We'll get into thingy predictions, but I know because I've seen already. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but
Rayhan, what I think the thing is, what you're saying, I get 100%. Like, I do get it.
But
Rayhan, when we said it, you can talk about all the games. I get it, bro. Like, you can break down every single game. I get it. But Jan's already a different thing. Jan's already kind of said what it is. I wasn't saying we're going to smack you. I was just saying, why are you so confident?
I'm not talking about you,
And then hold on. And then Jan said back, the reason is because if we look at Anfield, our record at Anfield's been really bad. Therefore, we would never go to a game in Anfield thinking we're going to smack them up because we look at the games. So the same way, if you look at the run of games, it's like, how are you? I get the fine margins, but how has it gone from fine margins to man talking 6-1 at the Etihad? That,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that guy's
that's
that
crazy.
guy's
That's
just
and
deluded in the comments.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's
no, no.
other Liverpool. That's other Liverpool fans.
Nah, say
No
this.
one's
That guy's just
deluded.
deluded in the comments, but I'm saying that.
I never said that. Don't
You
try.
Yeah,
did.
but you know what it is?
7-1 or 6-1.
I
And
never
I was
said
like,
7-1.
you
It
mad?
never come out.
it is,
of
Rayhan, it
my
is fine
life.
margins. You could
This
win.
is on
You could
YouTube.
win.
Yeah,
Run me
exactly,
back the
Daps.
tape.
That's what
Let
I'm
me know
saying.
when
It's
I
like
said that.
90-20
But
as well.
I'll post
quickly,
it on
right?
Twitter.
Quickly, just I want to go back to Ram's point. I've got a nice little thing for us to do. Shout out Ram. So that
Season
Ram
was over
says,
1920. You were going to say season was over, right?
90-20. Our players were all
Season was
fucked
over.
after
Yeah, they're
still
fucked.
celebrating.
Yeah, we were
Well,
drunk.
half your players have
all right, we're not going to waste time on
And last
bro,
season
them
we had-
games
last
happened.
season we
Them
had,
games
like-
happened. We're going into a new game.
Last season we
We're
don't
going
have
into a
no
new
Van
game.
Dijk or anything. Let's be honest,
Right,
we're in
so-
our best position to beat Manchester City at the Etihad. This is the most capable we are
Yeah.
in terms of our team and squad of beating Man City at the
Yeah,
Etihad. If
Yeah,
we
I
don't,
agree.
then fair enough. But when I hear people
agree with
say,
that.
"Oh, Liverpool's record at the Etihad," people rolling us out of not winning this game because Liverpool's
taking
record
into
at the
the other
Etihad
facts.
over the years hasn't been
Records
great.
are there to be broken.
Yeah,
No,
and
to be
this
fair,
is
to be
this
fair,
is where I think we're the most capable of beating. And I'm not talking about Jan and Dap saying it. I'm talking about other people saying it, like rival
Yeah,
fans.
I get it.
This
I
is
get
the
it.
best.
Yeah, I
This
get it,
is
I get it, I
the
get it, I
most
get
the
it.
most chance they're giving us of winning at the Etihad.
Do you know what I'm trying to do really well,
I
though?
think
What I'm
this
trying to
is
do now, what
yeah,
I'm trying to do really well now, yeah, is realize that, you know what, by coming on YouTube, we have to take it. You know what?
You have
If
to.
unfortunately, and that's
You
why I
have
get
to.
like when I
And you're
see
the
some shit,
pioneers.
and
You have
when
to.
I see some City fans, some of the newer City fans talk, I've lost it with some of them. Like I've left multiple groups because I'm like, I can't hear your shit. Like you're absolute shack. Like when we drop points to Crystal Palace, some of the shit I saw City fans talking about in groups, yeah, I lost it with them. I was like, fucking.
You know
like,
what? City fans are so reactionary
You
because
should-
like even
Everyone's
when we
reactionary.
drew with
That's
Southampton,
football,
No,
yeah.
it wasn't even
That's
reactionary. It was they
football.
didn't
That's
care.
football.
One guy, yeah.
Right, guys,
one guy
listen,
was filming Bernardo Silva and he was shouting, Bernardo, is Haaland coming? Is Haaland coming? I'm thinking, and then going, why isn't he responding? I'm like, bruv, because we just dropped fucking points at Palace. Why do you think he's going to respond to you? Like, why are you even asking him? You should be home pissed off, not fucking there trying to get some
it is
troll
what it
shit.
is. Right, Ram says, Ryan, why is it that we score quite a few last-minute goals in the Champions League and many comebacks? Heritage since Saint Etienne to Olympiacos to Barca, it is what it is. All right, cool. With that said, Rams put a suggestion and I liked it. Little light-hearted thing. Jan, Daps, you lot are Klopp. What? And we're Pep. What? Put respective signees would you add to the Liverpool side?
oh,
And we will go for your team. So have a think, lads.
How many?
We'll say
Go with 3.
3. I was just about to say we'll say 3. 3 each. If you think there is
What,
if
money
you
ain't the
think-
thing? Sugar daddy.
Money
guy?
ain't it. Well. To be fair, if I wanted to be realistic, I'd say not for us, but for you, man.
It
I'm
should
gonna
be
give
for
you.
you.
Give you
very
lot a
clear,
stiff
yeah?
budget, but
And I'll say this now: if your board backed Klopp last January, yeah, you man might have won the league still.
if our board would have backed Klopp from pretty much bar one season,
get it.
it would have been different. But I'll say for you, man,
good one.
yeah. I'll say for you, man, no more than
Now, money ain't the thing. Let's just say money ain't the thing.
yeah, money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing. Fuck it, money.
Because you have got money if
Free
you want
man.
to spend it.
It's just that we would. So this is very.
Right, so your midfield's aging. It would probably be someone like
yeah.
and if I was you, I'd buy him so City don't get him, and he's probably I want him more than Haaland. Is
I
Jude Bellingham.
Yeah,
Jude
that's
Bellingham.
who I want as well. I really want that guy.
Such an intelligent player at that age, man.
Yeah.
I think this is a nice question because it sees how our ops, where our ops
I
minds
think
is.
that-
And that, you know what I mean?
So I think that would be one, and the other one, would be a fullback that can play both sides, to cover Trent and Robertson, because as they get older, you're going to see things, and I think like they're very important to you. So like Cancelo, that's the thing. Cancelo can play both. So for you, man, to have someone as good as Robertson, I mean, it's very hard because Robertson and Trent are two of the best in the world. But maybe, I don't know who that would be though, because I don't know
that's
many
a
that
tough
play
one.
both sides.
Yeah, I was gonna. But
But
to
that's
be
what I
very
go with
honest
the
with you,
fullback.
to be very honest with you, just to give you some inside knowledge, man, like the Greek Scouser is very proficient on the left. It's mainly the right hand side that we need cover. There's
Yeah,
seldom
we
you'll
do
find
need it on the right hand side.
It's hard to fucking
seldom
leave replacing Trent. Jesus.
But that's the thing. I don't know if it becomes a replacing thing.
No. But even when
No,
he's injured,
it becomes
and Milner can't back him no more, right? Because Milner's
Lamptey or someone like that. Or someone.
No,
The hardest
I think
thing is-
Lamptey's a bit overrated, you know.
How old
Anyway,
is Firmino? Is
I
Firmino?
think in a better team, he goes another level. I wouldn't
that-
So
say
Lamptey's
he's
bad
great.
injury prone as
That
well.
hick is cold. You're right.
Oh, allow us, Rams, man.
Yeah,
Rams, relax. We're not you, man. They're nerdy realism as well. We're not doing realism, bro. We're doing fantasy, man. Relax.
I think yeah, the hard one with both our teams, yeah, is bringing in a player. And the reason why you did not go back to back with league trophies, yeah, is the reason we didn't go back to back the first 2 times we won the league recently, yeah, because our board and our chairman's come out and said we went and bought squad players, and ultimately when it gets to a point, and now you're not buying squad players no more with Diaz. He's not a squad player, he's a player that is pushing the front three, and Jota pushing, and the same City. You have to buy players. So when you're talking of that, it's very hard to buy players that are coming in and not thinking they're going to start every single game and are still cool with that. The good thing is now you're trying to challenge on every single trophy.
Yeah, everyone
That-
plays.
There's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah,
You look at players that apparently don't play much and they're still hitting 30 games a season.
yeah.
What about like Pablo said, Spence from Forest? He looks good. Apparently there's a Scotsman who plays for Bologna.
Yeah, he's good.
Hickey plays both
Young.
flanks. Matty Cash.
Oh,
Bill
bun
said,
Matty Cash, man.
Lamptey's a speed merchant. Spence that probably is one of the best shouts. Actually, I wouldn't.
Now that Scottish guy is really good, and you know what? To have a fullback that's been getting his experience in Italy would be quite a. It's going to be able to defend, isn't it?
Okay. So what was that? Was that your 3? No, you gave us 2, and then what was your 3rd?
Go on, Jan. You go with one. Garcia, Eric Garcia.
What was that? Haaland. Thanks. Much appreciated.
I feel like you're probably more likely to go for Mbappe.
What? Just because Romz put this here, Romz put this in, and I've been thinking like, right, this could be all right. What do you reckon about Kane in our team?
He can do the Firmino role. He can do the Firmino role.
Ryan, if you didn't know what that was the sound of Ryan jizzing himself.
There's not a chance.
Oh yeah, Ryan.
And that's the look of Ryan jizzing himself. Can't even hold it in.
Bro,
man.
I never get names at the back of my shirt anymore. If Kane comes, I get the name instantly.
Oh my God.
Ryan, I hope you called Saint when they beat City, when Spurs beat City. You needed to give him all the stick.
Bro, I texted him that. I texted him after the game saying, what did I text you? Did I text you saying like, may your apology be as hard as you disrespect or something like that?
Something like that. I was like, whatever, bro.
No, because you know what? We did a preview the day before saying if Kane wins them the game, like Nick, you can't like. I don't know. We said something like that, and he did, didn't it? So
he did. What do you reckon?
You man, I did. You know what? I wouldn't rate you, man, if you've got Kane. I don't think Pep would ever do that. No. Not that. You give Kane that intensity that you man play at, yeah, and he's going to be his.
Yeah, but I don't think he's playing the same intensity as we're used to now. To be honest,
too old.
I think we've become even
more
more
player at that age, man.
I think we've become even more possession based than we were. I don't think we play with as much of the same intensity as we used to. I think Kane could fit in because we dominate the ball against most teams now. So like,
you know what?
I love Firmino, but Kane's better than Firmino.
And imagine him dropping in, passing to Salah and Mane, running behind.
I just can't see it, you know. But, I mean, let's be real. You man are never like we didn't get him because Levy is.
He's stubborn.
Never doing that. Can I ask you, man, before you talk on us? Can I ask you a lot of question quick, while it's fresh in my head? So the season you won the Champions League, 2019, is that the best Liverpool team?
Yeah, that was better than 1920.
Because I was thinking it earlier. It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That team was
electric.
97 points of winning the Champions League. Like, come on, man.
I'd almost say it's 2019.
I still say our best.
It's just the year 2019.
I get it. Calendar year 2019 was sick. Still, calendar year 2019 we were.
I can't see what you mean. Yeah, that was.
I still say Gomez is Dak's best partner, but all these Liverpool fans that are just on this recency bias, they forget what Gomez has done for us. So
it's mad. Is he just not getting a look in now or something?
It's
and
hard.
Henderson and
Obviously,
Milner
I'm
were on
driven.
crud, bruv. Do you remember like when they were actually on
Nah,
crud?
come on, Matip's a better partner for Van Dijk. That whole
whole
2019,
No, but I just don't know where
most...
Gomez is. Like Gomez is just not even.
Nah,
getting
you know
spoke on,
what?
is
Yeah,
he?
Daps just
Right,
said.
he
Yeah.
was integral in winning both.
Nah,
of the
you
two
know what?
runs.
Yeah, nah. You know what? Daps just said 2019, calendar year 2019, Liverpool was the best that I've seen. It was crazy the run we went
Yeah.
on. Matip played most of 2019 next to Van Dijk. Remember the Champions League run? Matip was there for all
You're
of that
right,
knockout
actually.
run.
You are right.
Then he
Matip
broke
was there,
himself.
and
That
Matip
was,
started most of the first half of that
it was the
season that we
97.
won
It
the
was the
title.
97. It was the 97 season that.
Yeah,
that,
and then in the 2019-20 season where we won the league, Matip started most of the first half of that season with Van Dijk, which set us off to win the league because we won pretty much all of our games apart from maybe one. So Matip
Yeah,
has
you're right
shown that
because
I think
pretty
he's a
much
better partner for Van Dijk.
COVID kicked in early March, and by that point you'd pretty much won the league already,
won it,
right?
yeah.
So, yeah.
We
By the
won
way,
the
we've
league
never
because
won
our
a
first
league.
half season form.
By the way, we've never won a league title without a Scotsman in our team. Fun fact from the knowledge.
Wow.
There you go. All right, so let's go in terms of for their team.
Who you would pick for them?
Yeah,
I'll take
Kane.
Gravenberch from Ajax. I think he would suit City like a glove.
That is a shout.
He would.
Is a shout.
I think we've been linked to him. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah,
you know which.
I think he's
I'd
going
say?
Bayern,
I've got
no?
two, yeah.
I was gonna say I don't think he'll come to you.
Yeah. He said he's
Remember, this is fantasy. This is fantasy.
Yeah, but that's a good shout, Robs. You know.
Nah,
You know what? Is
two,
it me? Is it me, or is everyone here now worried about Dutch players after Donny? I'm like,
yeah, they kind of got that.
I'm kind of like, I don't want to. The Dutch.
It's only because
is
but you
clearly
can't
very
judge Ollie,
Ollie
Ralph
Tax
and
is a
Frank.
hefty thing, man.
He's got
Listen,
some big taxes. Frank, Ollie, Ralph, allow it, bruv. You know the ones that no direction.
I'm gonna say Ollie achieved way more than he should have.
Nah, allow it.
Hold on,
shit,
let me. Bro, I get it.
That's not a bad shout. He should have way more than he should have.
Let me break it down to you. The season before Ollie won the league, sorry, ignore that. The season before Ollie came where he did.
I was gonna say because what season was that?
You man won the league. You man won the league, and City came second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where United finished, but you man won the league. City came second, and that was just after we won the league, and your best team came second. Yeah, and it was everyone there running away with it, right? The season after should have been the same. City, Liverpool, first, second, right? Somehow, Ollie took that fucking United team and they finished second. Now, you're going to talk about injuries. I don't want to hear that, bro, because we support clubs. Your squad should have been good enough, yeah? Same as when we didn't win it. I never want to hear a City fan talk about Laporte's injuries or Sana's injuries. Our squad should be good enough. So, based on Ollie's record everywhere else, yeah, he deserved a contract extension. He'd taken Man United and finished second above Liverpool, right? Now, based on that alone,
I hear that, but we all know, and when we actually look at the actual, that was a very inflated position. Like he had that, but when you actually deep it,
why?
Because
we
one
had no
season, I know
centre-backs.
You can
right,
say
there we go. Now,
he said no injuries.
But you can't say that because
I can
because
it's not.
We finished.
We support our whole club.
I hear that, but listen,
player.
it is a bit, yeah. If the next season, this isn't 2 seasons later, the very next season, look at us. We're looking down.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
So there has to be. You have to then bring it in a little bit because there was only.
I get what you're saying. I'm not downplaying it. What I'm saying is for him to do that because you've been so dominant, yeah. That you know what? Call it new season bounce, whatever the fuck you call it. I'm not discrediting you. What I'm saying is, how the fuck did Ollie achieve that? Like, honestly, yeah. Whatever it is, whether it be new season bounce, whatever, it's mad that he got that. So I see why Ollie got the contract extension because he's just taken a United team that has no right to finish second above Liverpool and finish second. So give him the extension. Then he did what he did. And it's like, yeah, you've hit your ceiling. You're never, and that's what's going to happen. Predict it now. That's what's going to happen with Arteta as well. If they finish fourth, that's their ceiling. Next season he goes because United get fourth.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I do think that Demo's right. Not talking about injuries is a madness. The context of our injuries was crazy, and I also hear what you're saying in terms of the squad, but I don't think that if we didn't have that, Ollie at that time probably was, yeah. It was
Yeah,
at that
to be
time.
fair,
Yeah.
it was. Their
It
manager
was
wasn't,
exactly. It was peak. So, all right, I'd go. I'll put Taki in there still. I think Taki would do all right. I don't
know enough about
Are
it.
you just saying
Can we
that?
give him
Are you
Jota?
just saying that to
Can we
keep
please
Dima
give him
happy?
Jota?
Good shout.
Say
You
again?
can have Jota. You guys need someone to score goals. We'll give you Jota.
Yeah,
innit?
Jota would do all right in the City
No, he
team. You know, I'm not
fucking
gonna
wouldn't. He'd be
lie.
shit
Bro,
in
he
City,
would.
He
bro.
would break
You say
down
that,
so
yeah.
many of
Pep's
their
taking
stats.
Jota.
You say that, yeah. Do you know how many headers that guy gets? And do
Bro,
you know his
you think
movement in
Pep's
the
taking
box?
Jota? Allow it.
His
Pep is not
movement in
taking
the
Jota
box
at
is
City.
mad, bro.
Say,
Pep is not
say,
taking Jota
when
at
it gets
City.
played into him, he would probably break
Yeah,
down
I
a
know.
lot.
Yeah,
of the
Pep-
Do you know the
No,
funny thing with
Shout
Jota?
out
Yeah,
H, man
would
said it'll
leave
bounce
if
off
he
his
got
shins
Jota.
and that.
Let's be real.
you know
Pep is not having Jota at City.
No, he wouldn't. You know the funny thing with Jota, yeah, is, and like, I'll be 100, yeah. You will never hear me talking too much about how Liverpool play, because I do not watch, and I promise you, I don't watch any Liverpool games.
I remember you said last time. Yeah,
I'm not going to come here and talk about much football. I'm a City fan. I love football. Don't get me wrong. But I'm a City fan. I watch City. Now, the last thing I want to do is watch Liverpool, yeah, because I will get, like, in one of my City WhatsApp groups, when you go down 1-0 in like the 30th minute, and someone's like, Palace are 1-0 up. Hopefully they can hold on. I'm like, you fucking dickhead, 4-1 Liverpool. Like, we all know what's going to happen, yeah?
Someone does that in our chat.
Why do I want to watch my rivals that I know are as good as us win games? I don't want to watch it, yeah? So on Jota, when I hear, because generally I do hear a lot of Liverpool fans kind of say, yeah, like, he's not. I'm like, he's been so pivotal to you, man, in the last 2 months, yeah? No, bruv, with goals. With goals, he has. He scored goals.
Yeah,
when
no,
he
that's
has.
undeniable.
He has.
It's undeniable.
With
But
Jota,
this is what
I
I'm
hear
saying.
it,
No,
you know
but
what
that's
it is with
exactly what I'm
Jota,
saying,
yeah?
because I don't watch the games. I'm like, I'm confused, bruv, because he's scoring goals that are winning you games. But all the Liverpool fans, I'm thinking, wow, this is mad, because you lot clearly are watching it, and he must just be stinking up the place apart from his goals or something.
But Taki and a
Yo,
City team
I need to
would
give a
bang.
monologue
I'm not
about
gonna lie.
Diogo Jota here.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
really need to give a monologue about this guy. Yeah, legit.
Bro,
You know
you
when
always
people
giving
say,
monologues, bro.
"Nah, this needs to be said about Diogo Jota." Yeah,
winner on Sunday, and Ryan will be going, he's the best
he
in
shouldn't
the
even
world.
play.
I know.
Yeah,
Shit, man, he
You
shouldn't
was
even.
giving
He shouldn't even play on
monologues on
Sunday,
Salah.
man. He
You was
shouldn't.
giving monologues on Salah.
He shouldn't even play on Sunday though. But I need this monologue on Diogo Jota. Yeah, honestly, yeah, this guy. When people say, "Oh, he's been bailing us out," no, he's not. He's been bailing himself out. Because his performances have been so dog shit over the Arsenal game was the biggest example.
Ryan,
Arsenal away.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Arsenal away a few weeks ago was the biggest example. Yeah, we were under the cosh for 60 minutes. We had no control of the game. They were battering us. The only reason why, because of his shambolic hold up and link up play up front was just giving them back the ball, and we couldn't get any control. And then,
Ryan, can I jump in? Can I jump in? The amount of reviews me and Saint have done, and I actually not want to tear into him, but I want to say things. But because he scored, I'm like, he scored. He's won us the game. I have to kind of
bailing himself out. Not us.
It's true.
Yeah, and then
So
all of a sudden, and the only reason we don't
win games. Yeah, that's why I shut up. I have no
goals win games, and we have a squad that is deep enough now. We have a squad that's deep enough to and we have a manager now that has that squad at his as his dispense, and he's using it. Like,
I know.
Playing the minutes,
but you know what it is saying.
But you can't rub him out because he's not like.
I know, but you know what it is saying.
Goals are important.
Nah, but you know what it is saying. It's like in that Arsenal game, because I think it's the biggest example in it. Suddenly, we don't concede in the 60 minutes that we're under the cosh because our defense is brilliant, and also Arsenal didn't have enough quality to hurt us. Let's be real. All of a sudden, Jota scores in it because he's a decent goal scorer. He gets a chance, he takes it. Plus, Ramsdale should have saved it. But what happened then? Klopp, remember, was about to take off Jota, and Jota scored, but he still took him off. That was Jota's last kick of the game because Klopp still knew if Jota stays on, we're still going to be playing shit. So, and then as soon as Jota goes off, we start playing properly. We get the second goal and we see out the game comfortably. We have control of the game.
But
I'm telling you,
one thing I'll say, Ryan, is he still is quite young. Like, not young, but he still has a lot of
technical ability, man.
He's 24, 25.
You know what? The thing is, what you lot are saying, everything you're saying makes sense, but I'm kind of sat here madly a little bit jealous, yeah? Because because what you've got there is what you need, yeah? You've got a plan A, a plan B, you've got different things. So you've got Bobby. Bro, so against City, yeah, you've got Bobby because you need that control. You need Bobby, right? But then against certain teams, like
You just need a
said,
fucking goal. You just need a fucking
Nah, you
goal,
know,
brother.
I
You
don't
know,
mind
like that.
Jota's
Like,
as
no,
well.
bro.
I don't
Like,
mind
have
Jota
to
as an
have
impact
this
sub.
someone in the comments, a guy called Zubiri Matabi, yeah.
The goat,
just
the
said-
goat, yeah.
But, right, so
the goat.
I've been saying all season, it's kind of been a bit of banter, but I've been saying, look, I actually get why we do need a striker, but I'm not sure if we need a Haaland because of everything that it brings with the changing the wage bill, the fact that we might have to change the way we play, the fact that Haaland might be amazing if he's starting every single game, but if he has to hold bench against some of the biggest teams, because the biggest teams is where we need midfielders, will he be happy? I was like, do you know what? We do need a striker, but we need someone like Zeko was happy to hold bench. Giroud for Arsenal, Chelsea.
That's what I'm
We and what my guy just said, Origi at City gets 23 goals because
Easy.
Yeah, but
this is the
Origi's
thing.
actually a decent player. If I've got a choice
Origi's
of starting
better than
Origi or Jota, I'm starting Origi over Jota because Origi holds the ball better. But you know what it is with Jota? I don't mind him as an impact sub at all. I'm perfectly happy with Jota as an impact sub. But in terms of starting, I'm telling you, if he starts away on Man City on the weekend,
But that's what I'm saying.
City have the quality to punish us.
He won't.
And City will pam us in that game.
Exactly. It depends on the game. And I can see him coming in and I have no problem with it because he might come in and be dog shit. But sometimes when you're going for all four fucking bro, you just
that's
you see that gun, man.
When I saw City's
win.
lineup against Atletico the other day, and I saw Sterling and I saw Mahrez, thought perfect because Ramadan Mahrez, and even more so in the Champions League, perfect. Sterling, he's firing at the moment, right? So cool. However, I thought Pep Eugenius, because Sterling, I don't want to see Sterling start against Liverpool because generally he doesn't turn up. And we need Jesus because Jesus leads the press. So that's where now your squad, when I look at your squad and it's compared to 2019, that's the difference. You man now have options.
Horses for courses.
There's 2019, you aren't debating who your front three are. Now you're sat here going, should we start? Should we start? Should we start?
Every preview, it's a nice headache to have. It's literally a nice headache to have.
Nah, but with Jota, I'm telling you, if he's not going to start on Sunday, we all know he's not starting on Sunday. But if he did, we're getting pammed. Let's be real. If he starts on Sunday, we're getting pammed.
You don't like Nando's, do you?
No, I like Nando's, but no, but I said this: if we keep starting Jota for the rest of the season, we're not winning trophies. He's got a sick song. I love his song.
Victory.
I love
You're not allowed to sing his song with all the scandalous shit you've been saying, bro. Yeah, but you're not allowed to sing his song.
You know what? Some other names to throw in there, the mix with our two clubs. So obviously, you man bought Jota, but you know one that I think you lot might snap up if he comes back and has a good season is my guy from Wolves, the little young guy.
Neto.
I've been saying. Listen, can I just say something? Yeah. Recency bias is mad in football, especially Twitter. I said Neto, before he got injured, he was better than Rafinha, if not levels. He was better than.
Was he 18 or something as well?
Exactly. Do you remember that last minute goal he got against Fat Frank's Chelsea? And then a couple games later, Frank got sacked. Like, he was so clutch. And
I could see that happening with you, man, in a season or so.
We were linked with him for a long time.
But then
I think now we don't ban, especially with Carvalho today. I don't know if there's any room for him at the moment.
Oh, and as for my guy, you just mentioned,
I'll be on him. I'll be on his Clark. Trust me.
As for the Donny you just mentioned, for what's his name, the one that instead of Neto you were talking about, he's
Rafinha.
Rafinha's still pissed that you bought Diaz. He literally for a year and a half he penciled in. He was moving to Liverpool, and he's like, no, what? he was sat outside your ground waiting. Now he's.
I'm hearing this Barca. Now I'm hearing this Chelsea. He's going everywhere.
You know this Vartimus Games TV. Big up yourself, man.
He doesn't start for City, but he's a great plan B.
But this is what he's saying. He's saying we need a starter at number 9 to make teams change from. That ain't gonna make teams change. Like what you think?
You know what, boys?
That ain't gonna make teams go. Oh no, you know what? They got a number 9 now. We can play ball.
Yeah.
Last season, Manchester City played every single game bar the FA Cup final. Yeah. This season, Liverpool potentially might play every single game, literally. Yeah. When you have teams that are trying to challenge to win everything, yeah. When you're talking about players, this is what I said about earlier. It's not about having 11 starters. You get injuries, you get African nations, you get whatever, you get form. everything. You need plans A's, plan B's, different things for different teams. And it is proven this season that Southampton and Crystal Palace, we dropped points both games against them two. We didn't need a false nine against either of those teams. We needed a gunman. And
trust me,
it's trying to bring in a gunman without changing the whole. But that's what you lot are trying to do at the moment. You don't want to change the balance of your wages. You're trying to. You don't want to be
hard.
like
It's hard work. Shout out Zabiri says Jota is moving like a calm CR7, offering nothing but goals, no assist or build-up play, no tackles either. Calm with it, bro, because sometimes you just need that. You know, like that.
Is simple 5-yard passes, bro.
All right, guys. I know that Daps, you're doing up this whole superstition.
I won't give a prediction. No, I don't. But do you know why that is though? You know why that is? I've been doing that forever, yeah. And then fucking vibes from the 6 lot, Hold Tight Gal, Hassam AK, Alan.
Jeez.
They made me. So I predicted that we'd fucking slack up. And from that, I'm like, nah.
Did they do you home and away? Did they do you home and away?
Home and away. Jan, are you still awake or you sleep?
I think they did, bro.
Sleeping.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah, they definitely took points
at home and we drew 0-0 away.
Yeah. And the same with Southampton. One was a draw, one was a loss.
Yeah.
Or was it 2 draws against Southampton?
No, it was 2 draws, 0-0 and a 1-1.
And then Tottenham did us both games, and then we drew with you, which predicts it will be a draw at the weekend.
Shit team.
So, Jan, what are you saying? You're saying what? 2-1?
I think it's going to be a tight game. I think 2-1 either way. I think City should be winning because we're at home. I expect my team to go out there and play like they want to win. But yeah, so I'd say 2-1. It's going to be a close game.
And I was with Jan. What Jan said.
Also, it depends if we score first, because if we score first, we tend to do all right. If we don't score first, long day. So
now, I disagree. You know, this is the one game where I've actually seen the one thing we don't need is Liverpool scoring first. That's long. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
We saw it at Anfield. The way Pep made the team just be mad calm and not try and even go forward for 20 minutes. We don't need to drop a goal against Liverpool early doors because that could be peak.
No.
But the one thing that I've actually seen against Liverpool is because often when City go a goal down,
yeah, it's true. I know
we have actually managed to get back in it. But what Jan said earlier at the very beginning of this stream was spot on. This team generally, Pep manages to, like, our record, apart from the first season, I don't believe we ever lose more than 2 games on the bounce. He switches it round to a win, right? He's very good at driving the players, getting us over the line. And what Jan said earlier on is spot on. We should be a group of players, that can get over the line. If we don't come out looking like a better team than we did against Palace, a better team than we did against Southampton, then we won't win. You might win, and you will win the league. So it's down to the players. We have the players to win this game, but they have to actually look like they want to win the league. Because right now, let me just speak on them really quickly. Virgil van Dijk is looking like prime company on corners.
Oh my
God. Defending, not defending, on corners attacking. He's looking like, remember, Jan, the goals company used to win.
Rami, you still in here?
Jumping everyone, yeah. Virgil's doing that right now. He looks possessed.
When you hear my prediction, I just said it on Monty's show. When you hear my prediction, it literally just echoes what you just said. It literally just echoes. Can that be a little segue into, man?
Go on. Yeah, that's a good. Wait. Hold on. Before we do that, Jan, what was your score? What did you say? You said it was close. What was your score?
2-1 to City.
2-1 to City.
Right.
All right. Romz.
I'm gonna add details into my. I think City take the lead. Foden scores. I honestly believe.
Allow me, bro. You're breaking my heart already.
Now listen. Listen, the prediction's a win for us, but City do take the lead, and then we just turn it up. Mane gets to equalise on his birthday. Shout out Mane, it's his birthday Sunday as well. That's what it's written. But by the way, it's going to be a tough game. I'm not dismissing City at all.
Rams is in there. Rams, you
remember what I predicted on Moncho? Yeah, cool. I think in the same Vincent Kompany fashion, he did 11-12 in the United game, and arguably that title decider. I think Dijk scores between the 85th and 90th minute from a corner, from a Trent corner, and we win the game 2-1. I honestly believe that. So that's glad you actually said that, because that's what I predicted. That's my prediction.
Yeah, maybe. You're right. If
we're in City win 3 Champions Leagues and we see a different Daps with mad vibes.
I'm not there yet. You know what? One last thing I want to say, and this is to all other rival fans, not Liverpool fans, yeah? If the title goes down to the last game of the season, which it very much might, if we get you in the Champions League final, which we very much might, yeah? Like,
it will
if you're
be
looking
a
at it,
Liverpool final.
let's see, bro. That's your DNA, not mine, right?
But big up Ilya. Happy birthday.
Big up Ilya.
Let me be very clear to Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, United fans, Nottingham Forest fans, Villa fans, Preston fans, every fucking group of fans that have ever reached, Tottenham fans that reached the Champions League final or been in a title race. If the title race goes down to the last day of the season and then a week later we play each other in the Champions League, this is the greatest rivalry in the history of English football.
Facts.
And if you win and I will also say it, if you lot win the quadruple, no fan base can talk to you.
Bro, 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 come on. You're already saying, we already know this, bro. We clocked football.
I know you do with your...
People forget, though, you man can still win a treble, you know?
Present.
People forget City could still win a treble, you know?
Yeah. No,
it's still possible.
We keep trying to throw that pressure over to each other.
Yeah, you man.
Hot potato. You know, like that. Like, straight. All right, Ryan, what's your score prediction, man? G?
Before I give it, you know Virgil, I can't lie. Watching him over the last 2-3 months has been so emotional, man. Like he just looks back to pre-ACL Virgil, man. It's so nice to see. I love Virgil so much, you know.
Love, man, love.
But like, but I think it'll be 1-0, you know. I'd take a draw instant. If you offered me a draw right now, I'm taking it. Like I'll be real,
I wouldn't.
You take a draw?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd take a draw all day.
No, explain. I need to hear this.
I'll explain. I'll explain.
Then it's still in their hands. Then it's still
exactly. And then we're done.
Romz, I'll say why in it. If we lose, let's be honest, it's done in it. If we lose, the title's done in it. They've got it.
Yeah, that goes without saying. We're not losing.
That's standard.
If we win, great, fantastic. It's in our hands, brilliant. But if we draw, we're not out of it. It's still 1 point. We've got a better goal difference. And I'd take my chances with being 1 point behind with 7 games to go. I know it was like this last time, and I'm not rule. And see, if City go and win every game for the rest of the season and get more points than us or whatever, they deserve it. Simple. But I take my chances with 1 point behind with 7 games to go. And if City still do it, then that's fair enough.
They're like a juggernaut.
But I take my chances.
They just will.
And to get out of that without losing, them man there will be like, watch man cut, bro. They'll be gone.
You know what? You know what I'll say.
And have you seen their running? Their running is more favourable than us.
No, but you know what? I was gonna get onto that. You know when people say
we've got Spurs and
Spurs is the toughest game we've got. But you know when people are saying, "Oh, Liverpool, they got Man United and Everton at home. They'll be tough games." Fuck it, man. Like legit, man. They'll batter those two at home, man.
I'm not hearing that this season.
I'm not hearing their tough games.
You're battling United. Let's be clear.
We'll battle both, fam. Everton and Man United.
That United game's gonna be pressure cooker, bro. You know, like that.
United, they'll literally want to be that team just to say, "Oh, we stifled your power."
No. Listen,
we'll batter them, but they will try. It will be a weird game.
Yeah, but you know what?
If you've got Norwich at home, that's a tougher game than you man against United.
Thank you. I was just going to say that. I was just going to say they're going to be fighting for their lives.
You know what?
You're looking at the wrong game.
We all need to. You know what? We all need to get over this. We've been doing it too long. United are going to come off.
And Everton have got Frank Lampard in charge, the worst manager in the Premier League.
They're dead food. You're right, Daps. They're dead.
They're awful, man. Really bad. Like they need.
You know what it is?
Because of how shut down.
It's because it's. They're the girl that used to be so peng, and because of how peng they were, you still think, oh, but could they? But you look at them, you're like, nah, you're clapped, man. You're done out. You're finished.
Dead.
Like you're done. Dead food. Dead food. Not any eyeliner. No one piece of makeup.
No matter how much you try.
Dead food.
Size 7
Get into that Europa Conference League and shut your mouth. All right, cool. Hey, listen, we've been going for a while. I didn't even expect this to be. I knew it would be because it's been tasty and I got some serious dons on here, you know, like that. But let me just quickly go to the last few comments and we out eat. Thank you. Listen, man, like that's been working serious, you know, like that. People like Jan been dodging me on Twitter and that, but that's been putting in real working. She's been really working. Love. Thank you for even coming on after working that, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Rose, what are you gonna say quickly?
I was just gonna say it's so nice that I actually have City fans that are born and bred from birth. Because one thing I'll say to you, Dax and Yan, if you're if you're a City fan in London, born in the 90s, it's just recent and they don't have the knowledge that you two have. So it's just refreshing to actually speak to born and bred City
Well,
fans. It's
technically,
been
I was
wicked
actually
having you.
born. I was born in London. I moved to Manchester when I was 3.
Swear. Actually, you told me last time. You told me last time.
Strangely.
And you know another thing, Dax, yeah? Sorry, just to go on the game quickly. I remember you said 2 months ago, and you enlightened me. You were like, "Oh, our squad's not as big as everyone thinks it is." And I was like, "What the hell is this guy speaking about?" And when I did my research, I'll give it to you. You're actually right. You're actually right.
Let me hit out these comments. Shout out Vator Games TV. Been heavy in the comments, man. Love, man.
Yeah,
love.
good channel.
Yeah, man. Please go and subscribe to them, man. Love. There are 8 games left in the season, plus the pressure of the FA and the Champions League. The title will not be decided on Sunday.
I agree.
I get it, trying to hype the thing, but we know it's going down to the
Too
wire.
easy.
Bullshit.
Too easy.
If City wins, City have got it in the bag. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Let's
If
be
they
real.
win,
I'm not saying I think whoever wins on Sunday will probably win the league, but I think we both drop points. But like I've said a lot, it just depends what happens, because if say for example we get a draw on Sunday and then City draw their next game, it swings it back to Liverpool. But if Liverpool draw their next game, it's just one of them things. I think it's gonna be a close title race, and I think it will go to the end to an extent. But it's I think both teams will drop points after Sunday. Personally, I'm not saying we'll lose, but we might get a draw.
You might, yeah, I hear what you mean. No, I agree. Ali, I asked this. To be fair, in terms of the Liverpool fans, I would take the Prem. What would you not take?
I agree. I'd take the Prem. We need to start. We need to start getting more titles, man. We got enough Champions League. Let's get 20 times, overtake United, then, and we need to start stat padding more Prems after going 30 years without one.
Romz, what would you say? Same.
You would.
Yeah, all right, say nothing. Noah, big up yourself, big up Saints, bro, and Romz, Daps, and Ryan. Haven't seen you in a while, mate. Origi to score the win. I'll take that, Elias. Trust me, all day long. Daps, do you have a channel?
Never
you know your football. Humble, but you need that European arrogance. Never a foul, man. Make sure you go over to that. And bro, now you got him. He's goated in the comments. I'm telling you, bro. Zabiri, he makes my evenings. Man.
Yeah. I like these.
No, I'm not even asking that. Well. I'm not even asking that. I'm not doing it, man. This is not the time. I'm not doing it. No way. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not even. You're not drawing me out.
Well, you got some controversial takes, didn't you, Rayhan?
Yeah. I'm not doing it. That's why I'm not doing it now.
We've
all got bed to go to. We've all got
people take it out of context. I did say that, but people take it out of context.
Sweet Queen.
That's gonna kill me, you know. Prem all the way. But let's get both. Let's get all 4 big, man. Trust me, dog. Diaz versus Walker gonna be a great battle. That's true. If he starts on the left, Ryan will like him to. Everyone stay blessed. Yeah, man. Everyone listen. Love for everyone that's still in the chat. Hope sure you all have a good night. Rather have the title just so we can end United's 20-time chat. Just like Ryan said. Trust me. Listen, guys, please make sure you go and hit up Never a Foul. Please go and subscribe to them. Hit up their comments. Daps is Daps, brother. You seen him, bro. Do you know what I mean? You go and support.
And Ty, hold tight Ty as well. Trafford Ty.
Yeah, hold tight Ty, man. Yan just doing up Sarcasm City and doing up Broken Nails on Twitter. I see that still. Sorry about that, man.
And doing up the M1, M6
oh my
regular.
God, you know, annoying it is.
Nah, I hear you.
I don't like going to work.
It's techie, man. Like that life, I can't get into it, but like I hear you.
Nails,
Ryan. Yeah, nails. It's just what she put on Twitter. So
why would you be getting into nails?
No, but I'm just trying to sympathize with her pain without knowing exactly what she's going through. You know, like that. Just trying to be a nice host. Just trying to be a nice host. That's what we do on this side. You know, like that. Like, so first female I had on the channel. I'm trying. Allow me. Ryan. Love for coming on, bro. Come on, you know it's always love. We'll catch our show on Sarcasm City. We'll be there. And love for everyone that's been in the comments. Dennis, please subscribe, like and subscribe. You done know. Demo, big up, guys. Great show. Thank you, Zabiri, my G. Hey, guys, please have a very, very good evening. Have a great weekend. And yeah, man, let's win this game and move on to the title, you know, like that. No, but listen, thanks everyone that's joined. Thanks for my guests and that. It's been safe.